Big Back.
Welcome, everybody. We're back in the Big Back Podcast. I am your host, RJ, with my other co-host over here, Chief.
What's up? What's up, chat? Welcome to episode 2. Got you with that second episode, guys.
Man, we're already back with episode 2. It's a nice Monday evening. We're just chilling.
Don't forget, it's Happy Cinco de Mayo, my big twin.
Cinco de Mayo, baby. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's not really a big thing in Puerto Rico, but I know a lot of other Hispanic countries, they celebrate it. But I'm just saying, bro, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Hey, listen, I get it, you Puerto Rican, right? I get it. But it's big in fucking America, okay? And we in America right now. So happy Cinco de Mayo, twin.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger now. But so the one thing I wanted to get started today, right? So I saw some interesting things, right?
All right, hit me with it.
Now I was looking about that new game Oblivion. I heard Oblivion, just like Schedule 1, is actually doing great sales. Now the reason why I find that interesting, right? We were talking about these big corporations and stuff like that. I found out some more news today too about that as well. Xbox raising the prices, Nintendo, and now Sony is raising prices as well.
Oh, don't hit me home, bro. Sony,
Sony now is raising things to $80 fucking bro. So
wait,
it's official.
The games?
Yep, Sony joined the race, bro. So I don't care what console we're in now, we're all getting fucked together. Like, we're all getting screwed together now.
They all lined us up, bro. They all lined us up. They said one by one.
So that's another thing now. Now Sony's in that whole race as well. Sony is now doing $80 games officially. Was expecting that 100%. Yeah, first it was Nintendo.
True,
then Xbox, like 2 days later, raised it up. And then Sony, I think as of yesterday or the day before, somebody told me, raised the prices now to $80 games. But the funny part is, I was looking like online, and let's show this real quick to everybody, right? So let me switch the screen. So now if I go here and go to Oblivion.
Mind you, Oblivion is not, it's a remaster game, right?
And it's $50.
And it's $50.
Total. Oh my God, I get total sales. Don't judge me, chat. So we look at Oblivion right now. 2025. I think so. It's already 4 million already across all platforms since day of release. And I don't think. Yeah, so 1.4 in Steam alone. Oh, that's another one. My friend was telling me about Expedition 33. So this studio was made by this game was made by 30 people. Some shit like that.
Really?
Less than $3 million. This game, which I was going to check out too. Expedition, my friend told me not work. It's an RPG type of game. So right now it has a 96%, and they always sold I think already 3 million as well. So the reason why I got to this topic is because I was just wondering your perspective. Do you think this might be the fall AAA games?
That's a good question, twin. I would say I would blame them. I would say yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that indie games and small studios is gonna surpass and beat them?
I feel like smaller studios now have a chance to show their capability that they can stand toe to toe with bigger companies, AAA companies, at a cheaper price, and they can still deliver the nice, beautiful graphics, the colors, the everything. I feel like they got that chance that right now, and this goes for any smaller company. Y'all got the chance to show off and be like, indie games got it, or other companies like indie games got it, and I feel like join the race and show off, and let's see what y'all can do.
See, that's the funny part I think about the whole thing, right? So now if you look at games like even Schedule One is made by one individual, and I think
Mhm.
less than like a few $100,000 worth of budgeting or whatever. And that game I think sold about 10 million copies in Steam, and that's a one-person developed studio. And then you have games like Starfield, Suicide Squad, what was the other one that just like went to hell? Oh, Concord. And like all these AAA titles right now are struggling just to hit 5-3 mil, and they spend like example like Spider-Man 2, the one that came out last year. They're good overall, but not great. And that one spent $300 million just to produce that one freaking game. And then there's expectations. Remember we was talking about GTA 6? So
Yeah, yeah.
there's rumors that GTA 6 spent $2 billion on the game.
Holy
Yep.
cow. 2 billion?
Yep, 2 billion.
All I gotta say is for GTA, like I said last time in the first episode of the Big Back Twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Podcast. Like I said, you guys, well, now I found out you spend $2 billion on the
Mm-hmm.
game or developing the game or whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
and you delayed the game.
Right.
My biggest thing is if you're gonna delay a game and say foo rara, we're making it better, we're trying to give you something that you guys like, blah blah blah. Give me something like that. I get it that you're trying to make your money. I get it that other things play factors into raising the prices. But if
Mm-hmm.
it's the same copy and paste as GTA 5 and it's not worth it to spend whatever money that they're gonna charge us, then at that point, I feel like AAA companies they ain't gonna make it in these few years. I feel like smaller companies, especially with everything like prices going up and everything, I feel like smaller companies have the higher chance right now that if they wanted to really really show off and be like, hey, we can give you a good quality game at a good price. I feel like right now is the moment for any small company to step up to the plate and deliver. That's how I feel.
See, it's funny how you mentioned that too, because now like we was talking about the other podcast episode how pirating might come back because of games like that,
Yeah.
and then how they try to
Mm-hmm.
use the microtransaction theme. And I was talking to like a coworker at work about this whole thing, right? That you see this pattern too, like with these small little games of indie games or just like single A studios and whatever, not big publishing games like Ubisoft or EA and whatever. They still care about making a fun game and money second compared to the AAA games that are
Exactly.
pushing out these games, but they're not complete. They have microtransactions. They play it way too safe. Like the biggest example for that was if you look at Modern Warfare 2018, they played it slightly safe, but they made some good moves, right? Then the other Modern Warfare 2 came out in 2022, and that shit was just completely, they played it safe. Nobody like really died. The story was really just fucking bland, and they spent so many millions of dollars. And then Modern Warfare 3, they made just terrible decisions because they got the critique that the 2 didn't do that much well, and then they killed like characters in ways that just
Yeah.
seemed stupid or it just
Yeah.
didn't make sense. And now you have like that factor into it too. So what do you think of like big title games that we seen just as recently, or big title games compared to back then? Because I like me personally, like I said, like AAA used to mean something in the early 2010s, but now 2020s,
Yeah. They don't mean it's meh. It's like you think about AAA games like companies like for example, the biggest one is Blizzard, right? They
uh-huh.
they make they make Call of Duty, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No,
Blizzard
Blizzard is
and
the one I believe that make Overwatch and Diablo and stuff like that.
but they're still a AAA company, right? Like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. You got the one that makes Call of Duty and all those stuff. Back then, Call of
Activision
Duty, man,
and
yeah,
Sledgehammer
Activision.
and
There you go.
Sledgehammer and
Back
Treyarch.
then, those man something, bro. You would
Facts.
wake up, you wouldn't want to go to school, you wanted to fucking play Call of Duty because you're trying to show off your next skill.
Line up in
Bro, now
GameStop and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Now it's like, oh, you can stay home, pre-order it, and you get a little don't get me wrong. With the pre-orders, they're like you get like a little coloring book of how we came up with the characters. I love all of that. It's cool. you get to own a copy. But if I'm paying like $80 to $100 for a video game, and all you're giving me is cosmetics for guns, for characters, and you're not giving me more than it, because at the end of the day, yeah, it changes the character. Yeah, it changes the perspective. You have a nice gun with these little cool effects, but at the end of the day, it's like, what about the story of the game? The video games are like movie. It's about the story. It's about connecting. It's about, you feel that urge that you want to keep playing. You want to keep coming back, or you can't wait for the next game. That's how it was back then in the 2010s, 2008, like whenever they would make games back then, because obviously it wasn't every year. But in the 2000s to 2010, 15-ish, that they stopped making good games, because I feel like that's the era that they stopped making good games. For me, it's 15. It's like around 2015, 2016, 19. Like, I'll give it max 19. But honestly, back then, AAA meant something. Nowadays, I feel like I'm ready to log into Steam and see who's a one-man army making these good-ass games. Let me support them. Let me buy their game. Let me give them my money, so that way they can continue to give me better games. Like we're switching the tables, and we're working in reverse right now. I feel like, and that's just my perspective, though.
So what's funny to me, you was mentioning about like the stuff that come with the pre-orders, like. To me, like having those comic book arts and music things, to me, they're just better when you had it physically than digitally. I feel like with digitally, it's just like, why would I want to waste space on my thing to do it digitally compared to when you had the comic book arts? Like, I remember God of War, like back in the PlayStation 2 days and whatever, in 3. We had the 3 special edition. It came with the fucking Kratos like action figure that was like this fucking big.
Yeah, exactly.
And it came with the comic book art, and that shit was like real hard, like copy paper. Or there was a game that was popular. I'm surprised they don't continue the series. Brothers in Arms. It was like based on the World War II era, and it came like with a helmet and dog tags, bro. That shit was dope. And then,
bro, where's that creativity? That's what I'm talking about.
The last thing it had something on a special edition like that was my Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth tree. I got the statue with the tree. It gave me the whole map of the old map and new shit. I'm just like,
oh really?
Yeah, that shit's nice. I have it in my closet back there. Probably bring out for one of these streams, but yeah, that shit just looks so good. I kept it in the box though, because like down the line, I was gonna think about selling it for a lot of money, but I ain't gonna those are the collector items that like they sold a small amount, and then it's like 10, 20 years later, like that shit's gonna be worth money. Like Pokemon Yellow, if you had the cartridge, that shit's like thousands of dollars, dog.
I know, but don't be a dingbat and sell it. No, it's collectors, bro.
Hell no. I'm gonna sell it down the line when I'm older and shit, but like I'm gonna do it like when I have a bunch of shit to sell that's like old school. But now they're taking away that shit now. Now it's
they're hard, bro.
Now everything is honestly electronic.
Let me ask you this, Twin. Since you're talking about collectors, right, and the statues and how different games will give you this,
right?
In recent years, I know of one company that did that. Do you know what company did that? That gave you the statue and they gave you the. Think about it.
I mean, Elden Ring and God of War, they were the Mimir head thing as like a fucking thing, but it sold out instantly.
I feel like the last person that I've seen do that to me was Spider. I don't know if it was Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2 that they gave you the Venom the Venom little statue thing.
Oh, that's Spider-Man 2. Yeah, so that one did it too.
Spider-Man 2.
But
they did it, and honestly, out of everybody that I can think of in recent years that has done that, is them, honestly.
But Shadow of the Earth Tree was the last one, technically speaking, because that came out after Spider-Man 2. That came out like like 9 months ago. Yeah. Spider-Man 2 came out like a year and a half ago. So technically it'd be Shadow of the Earth Tree, but it takes an Elden Ring type game. This is why people be like, yo, why people praise Elden Ring? They literally do fan service, bro. It's kind of sad people don't do that shit no more. It's like we praise good games here, you know what I'm saying? Like Baldur's Gate had a nice little special edition, had the maps and like little like action figure one of the characters and whatever, keychains and shit. And I'm like, bro, it's like $120 edition. You get the hard copy and you get the code for the download copy too. I'm just like, I miss that, bro. I just miss having shit for it. Yeah.
I mean, look, Nintendo started killing that because look at how much they're gonna start charging for video games, controllers, and all that stuff. And shout out to what was the Angry Joe that we were watching, the YouTuber?
Angry Joe show? Yeah.
Shout out to him. Going back to what he said, people that are collectors,
Uh-huh.
people that do this stuff, how much are you charging them for that shit? How much are you charging for a hard case that's metallic, that looks nice for the next game that comes out?
Not a lot of
Just to have
games.
it as a collector. Just to have it as a collector. How much are you willing to charge a fan, a person that is willing to pay for that, is willing to be like, you know what? Let's have this thing going where we don't just focus on digital, on online. Let's also make stuff for fans that want to have it physically. For example, like you, Twin. It's like, how much are y'all gonna charge if we're raising the prices of game to 80, 85 with taxes, 87 with taxes, whatever it could be? Like, y'all just killing the game industry is just being killed right now by AAA, I feel like. Because, like you said, they care more about money instead of about what the fans gotta say, how the fans feel. And it's just ridiculous right now. Honestly, it is.
Yeah, and I don't think that shit's gonna get any better. But I want to see this game real quick since we're on the topic of that, right? So we have this Expedition 33. I want to see in Steam how this shit looks. And if so far this game, based on my coworker was telling me, is very popular right now. It's doing well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna search this on Steam real quick. Expedition 33. So they have like a different edition, deluxe edition, 18 plus. Let's see how this shit looks.
For everyone. No. She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two.
You're fighting to change things.
This should look good, Twin.
For those who come after. Right?
I'm gonna tell you how I feel after this is done, Twin, because I got something to say about this too. Not about this game in particular,
Me too.
but there's stuff that I gotta say about big games giving us good qualities of videos versus when it comes to reality of playing the game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got shit to say there.
Oh shit, this looks good. Oh my god. I already used it on your phone. Oh my god. I heard it's like, so real quick, you saw how right there, I don't know if I could rewind it right to the exact moment. You see how here it says in the left side, and I'm gonna make it smaller so the viewers can see it. It says right here, it says like parry, it's a dodge and jump, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a turn-based game, but you know how like when you do like Pokemon or Final Fantasy, they attack you, right? When they attack you, you could parry during the time event of the turn and parry them back or dodge, which I thought that was a very cool, unique mechanic. So it's not just like a normal turn-based game like Pokemon.
Where you just sit there and take the damage.
Like back in like Final Fantasy VII back then, what made it very unique as a turn-based game, it would make you go back and forth for the turn-based, right? But it would continue going even when you're not pressing like a move to do. It would do a moves automatically, like the basic attacks. And if you want to do special attacks, you could do it while it's doing live action. This one's, I heard, is similar to that, where they could attack you and you can use a parry, dodge, or jump in the middle of them attacking.
That actually makes it a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm one to not play games.
You see how you can time it too?
That are like this. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I'm not the one to play games that you have to sit here, like you said, the whole back and forth, how you stand there and you gotta do like. But I like the little twist, like you said, the whole parry, the whole dodge, because you're not just fully sitting there waiting for your next turn or waiting for the next move to do. So I just feel like doing like little things like that change the game, and it makes me want to play it when I would never want to play games like this. Little things like that do matter. I'm just saying that.
And if you look right here too, I saw this also. It does the kind of like damage numbers, but you could perfectly time your attack to do more damage and stuff like that. Have QTEs and all this crap.
Take everything.
Which it makes turn-based a little bit better too, and not just stagnant and just random generated numbers. You can control it a little bit more.
We need to go now.
These graphics are amazing.
DJ, that's what we're talking about. That this game is really good, and and we're talking about how other AAA companies are just doing terrible right now versus other companies.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. Color-wise, everything.
I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but she'll never paint again.
So this is made, I think, with 33 people or some shit like that. I think that's why they put the name or whatever. But it's not made by a big studio. I heard this is a very small studio team. And right now they're doing numbers. Already like 4 million said or 3 million. And they just started.
It doesn't show you the mix, like if it has good reviews, mixed reviews.
Right now it's very positive. And it just came out not that long ago too. April 24th. Like if we look at these images, right? Let's see. This is gorgeous, bro. Yeah, and this is what drives me nuts, right?
Isn't this a multiplayer too, I believe? Isn't K2 play more? You're not sure?
I know it's RPG, but I don't know if it's multiplayer.
I thought I heard it was multiplayer. It's supposed to be like multiplayer. You can play with like
single player.
Oh, single player.
You know what it means to disappear into.
Hey, to be a single player, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty good.
And that's what cracks me up about this shit, because games like that, and remember Sifu 2, Sifu independent game, indie game, and it did this well as well. It's like, it's so sad, because now, back then, when you hear AAA, it was like shit like GTA 5, Modern Warfare 2 back in the mid-2000s, Gears of War, Halo.
Yeah.
Like, when you hear AAA, you're like, oh, you have experience. God of War. Like AAA meant something. Now it's just like
you were like, oh shoot, we get in the game of the year. You're gonna find me in my basement all week.
Space back in the day.
You know, like we're gonna be grinding the hell out of the game. Now it's like you hear like this. Oh, AAA came out with this game this week. Like y'all gonna check it out. Like you just like, damn, how much? The first thing you want to look at is how much is it gonna be?
Yep.
Is it worth it? Yeah. Is it multiplayer? Is it gonna be like anything? Because that's another thing that I told you, right?
Right.
You know how you play the video for this game for Expedition 33?
Uh-huh.
Have you noticed that AAA games or certain games, and I get it that it's some videos will be based on whatever console they're playing it, capturing and all that stuff. And then some is like, you know, they use whatever studio to tweak it to make it look nice. But when you actually get the game, it's nothing like what they promised. It's nothing like how they were talking about. Like they made the better graphics, better, you know, specs, like whatever. Like, have you noticed that, or am I the only one that kind of like tells a little bit about that? Like certain games, they lie to us. It's kind of like.
To be fair on that part, I think they've been getting better in that factor, because ever since like games got sued in the 2000s, before 2010s, they got sued for that. So a lot of game companies end up starting to actually put the real gameplay. That's why you see in the corner it says actual gameplay footage and whatever, because companies were getting sued that they put these dope ass trailers, but the game is nothing like the trailers.
Exactly.
So now a lot of companies are starting getting to that factor. They're like, yeah, we don't want to get sued, so let's show how the game actually looks. But the only problem is, when that game looks shitty, they try to put like the best scenes and the best parts of the game they can, like Anthem, perfect example. Had a bunch of potential. The gameplay was fun, right? But the problem with that game was they fucking end up putting the game, just a snippet, like a little less than 30 minutes of that game, into the trailer, and that was all they worked on. And then that's the big issue right there. That's all they had, you know?
No, yeah, that's my only thing. Like I said, I'm glad that they fixed that and that they got sued, because that shit was ass when you would be like, oh shit, I can't wait for this game. The graphics and the videos look so amazing. Wow, it's so bright, it's so whatever. And then you got the game and it was like, bro, I paid how much for this game and it looks like this?
Right.
And I mean, there's issues, and you know, it reminds me of how we get tricked by the fast food companies.
Right.
They show you those nice big juicy burgers on the ads, on the posters outside of the restaurants, and when you get the fucking food, it's a burger
It
that's
looks like
nothing
shit.
like.
You can say it to it. It looks like shit. We don't gotta lie about that shit, bro.
I can't be too disrespectful, I'm a big bag, but that's what it reminds me of, bro. It's like AAA games are starting to die down, just like how fast food restaurants that used to be popping back then are dying down. And it's like
I'm glad you
so
said
sad
that.
to see that.
I'm glad you said that, right? Do you think restaurants are as good as they used to be? Because we had this conversation all the time. Ever since COVID, every industry dropped their standards, bro. The only thing I feel like never dropped their standards is Chick-fil-A. If it's not Chick-fil-A, like Olive Garden sucks now. Red Robin's, they're okay. The burger standing, everything else is trash. Outback Steakhouse, the steaks suck, but everything else is good. Fucking what else? Longhorn don't taste as like exotic as it used to be. Like it used to taste really good. The steaks.
Bro,
what was the one thing about?
God, talking about all of these places, while you're thinking about all these places, have you noticed that certain restaurants, the steaks that they fucking give you
is so small.
It's 3 bite size, bro.
Bro, Outback. That's why I don't go to Outback no more. If I go to Outback, I have anything but the steaks, bro. I remember they said this shit was like 4 ounces, like this fucking big. I'm like, bro, get a weight scale right now. I'm telling you, that shit ain't no 8, 12 ounces, whatever. I said, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like big companies in the food industry, or just as big companies in the gaming industry, are shitty, are becoming horrible. Just taking our money, just worrying about taking our money. Oh, we came out with this special this week. We came out with this special this week. It's a fucking soda with a fucking burger with 1 patty and a large fry. Mind you, how much am I paying for that fucking meal?
$5,000.
Hell nah! McDonald's?
Oh, hold on. So before we talk about McDonald's, how dare you? How dare you take away my fucking dollar menu, bro? How dare you? You fucking slimy piece of shit. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm glad you just mentioned that, bro. Because now it's like, bro, you used to go to McDonald's because you were broke, right? That and Taco Bell. Taco Bell still has it, but now you have fucking McDonald's over here charging like $29.99 for a fucking 1 burger, and the patties are thinner now too. I don't know if you noticed that shit. And that shit, it's just,
I feel like, I know that we're talking about 2 different topics, chat. I know that we're jumping back and forth, but what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make you guys aware of, it doesn't matter if it's in the food industry. It doesn't matter if it's in the fucking gaming industry right now. It doesn't matter if it's in the phone industry right now. In the phone industry right now, everything is
still better than the Nintendo Switch 2. Just remember that. I ain't letting that shit go, bro. Nintendo, I'm still on your ass.
But what I'm trying to say, Twin, is all these big companies, all these people that are known, all these people that we can't wait for them to make the next product. We can't wait for the next food to come out. We can't wait for the next one to come out. It's just a copy and paste of the last phone, the copy and paste of the last food. Collabs with fucking famous people for foods. It's the same burger. It's just we added fucking ketchup. We added barbecue sauce. With the games, it's copy and paste. Call of Duty, GTA. What's another game that you can think that is a copy and paste? I mean, I get it. We keep naming the same companies back and forth.
Battlefield.
But it's like, bro, give me something different. I get it. You guys are so focused and fixated and more of a in-game purchase items, which is crazy because a lot of companies are getting sued because kids are taking their parents' credit cards and cards because they want to buy something, and yet it's fucking $30 for fucking currency in the game, and it's not giving them a prompt of like, hey, is this car yours or whatever it was? I mean, look at what happened with Fortnite. Fortnite got sued for
that one kid that spent like damn near $3,000 on skins and V-Bucks and shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If that was my kid, I'm not condoning violence, but man, I'm just saying sometimes,
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, twin. It's crazy that we're so quickly to move away from our generation. We're quickly to move away from adults, and because kids are easier to trigger to buy stuff or to get stuff, now we're targeting kids by getting in-game shit.
You know,
that's the crazy part.
It's funny.
Like,
you mentioned like how easy it is to trigger and get like this generation of kids to do stuff. But it's funny. I was looking at a video, right? And not a video. No, it was a talk at work, and then I ended up looking at the video later. But I remember seeing the Joe Rogan podcast and just a bunch of people talking about the moon landing, right? Do you honestly believe, for example, right, that we actually traveled to the moon? Because the more I look back at those fucking old like moon landing shits, they look so staged and fake, bro. Like some bootleg Hollywood shit. Like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like the background just looks like it's still like there's no life to it. There's no like.
Right now, there's one of them that them like jumping, right, and then like falling. Looks like because of gravity. That one looks real, but like all the other ones doesn't. And you could tell the distinct difference between them. Actually, let me see if I can find them real quick. But I was looking into that, and then the funny part is, it's like, how do we have the technology now? I mean, back then to travel to the moon, but then we don't have it now.
Queen Lala, that's coming soon. We can't say when, but we do have fast food reviews, and items coming out that we're gonna be talking about. But no, I get you.
Now,
I know what you mean.
I'm gonna show this video, right? We're gonna watch this shit together. The moon landing, right?
No, yeah.
Now we're not gonna watch this whole thing, but this shit just looks so like some of this shit look good, and some of this shit looks staged. I don't know, like if they just mix some things. Like this part, I can see this more realistic, definitely for that time period, right? At the black and white, things are very slow, right? And it's like this for a while, right? This looks more real because he's like the way he's moving and whatever, right? That part I didn't mind.
Secondary strut.
Yeah, no, go back, twin, go back. Because I feel what you mean. Pause it right there. Pause it.
Here?
Yeah, pause it right there. I get it that you say that you feel like it's real because of the man, the way he's moving and everything. But right now, no. Right now, where they're standing on is on the moon, not the top. My bad. My bad, chat. Don't cook me. I don't know what the top and bottom and the side is of the moon. My bad, chat. But look at this image where we paused it at.
Yeah.
That shit looks so still. I get it that the moon's not gonna move. It's not gonna shake. It's not
remember,
gonna do
this
anything.
is the 1960s still with the camera equipment they had. To be fair.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like a fucking picture you could have printed and just fucking tape it on the floor and be like, all right, we're gonna stand right here and we're gonna stand at a weird angle so we can make it look like you're on the moon.
Yeah, I think that's just weird to me, right? I think it was the part when they planted the flag. The flag part was the weird part. Like it looked like it was moving.
And for people all over the world, I am sure they too join with us in recognizing what an immense feat this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have
You ever
become
remember
a part
claymations
of
they used to do back then?
And as you talk to
It looks
us
a little bit like
about
claymation.
tranquility,
That's what it looks like.
it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth. For one priceless moment in the whole history of man, all the people on this earth are truly one. One in their pride in what you have done.
Look, pause it real
And
quick.
one
You're telling me that we're in the galaxy right now. In the fucking whatever you want to call
The
it.
Milky Way.
The Milky Way, whatever you want to fucking call it. We're out there in space. You're telling me that there's not gonna be no type of like wind or something that's gonna make the flag move? Like I get it still, but I don't
they
see
said
no
based
type-
on the gravity of the moon, there's no wind whatsoever because it doesn't have an atmosphere. But that's why people think the shit is fake, because if you look at the flag moves like there is wind. So that's the part that a lot of people like, wait, if there's no wind, how is the flag moving like kind of like a wind speed? Like not just like moving like, you know, a solid object in a space will move
No,
like
yeah.
this. It's not like the whole flag is moving straight like to the side together. It's waving like this wind. That's what people like end up like, this is odd right here. How the flag in a different angle, you can see it like move like it's wind.
In our prayers that you will return safely to Earth.
I think they have another one where they had the flag moving.
I don't know. I feel like these topics are like very touchy and very like not touchy, but like very like it's gonna be hard to say if it is real or if it's not real, you know, because there's a lot of factors that play into this.
Is it this
We're
one?
not gonna.
Well, I'm trying to see what is this one.
No, you go, you go.
Oh, and that's another thing, right? Somebody look at the footprint of this, right? So you see this footprint. You see how it has like stripes here, right? But if I go to Neil Armstrong astronaut suit. If you look at the bottom of his shoes, and people always talked about this suit, right? Look at the bottom of the shoe right here. Let me see if I can open it bigger. If you look at the bottom of the shoe right here, right in the bottom, it's circular. But then they said,
oh, that is crazy.
That's his footprint and his lines. How does that match?
That is crazy.
And then
wait.
This one too. You can see it right here.
Wait. In that picture that you just had, there was two different boots, twin.
Yeah, but you can't see that one. But I think it's still the same thing, isn't it? But then you look at this one, the suit, it still had the fucking circle on this one. Like every one that you see of boots, it has like these circular things with this like striped stuff in the back. But you look at this one, the whole boot is just one like Buzz Lightyear looking like step.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and then when people start mentioning that, I'm like, bro, is it possible that they faked it? And there was a video of some guy asking Neil Armstrong, like, if this shit's real. And Neil just got so defensive, bro. Like, he was hurt, like, in the sense that somebody, like, questioned him and he can't, like, say nothing type of thing. Like, being questioned.
Well, you gotta know that this man's gonna get hurt because at the end of the day, it's something that made him famous. It's something that he did, and at the end of the day, if I'm getting questioned, why the fuck would you want to know? Type shit, you know?
Yeah, there's one that he was getting pressed by this one dude, and he got mad.
Hey, I'm gonna be that dude, and I'm gonna press your ass.
He's like, yo, so did you really land on the moon and whatever?
Hey, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna need to know what it felt like. Did it feel cold? Did it not feel cold? Like, what's up? What did you feel?
But yeah, looking at that shit, right? It's just like it's to me that part just don't make no sense with the footprint right there, right? And the footprint looks like that, but then you look at other shit and it didn't. And this one too. But you see how the flag is moving a little bit, like this wind. I just found a lot of that weird.
Think about it. I feel like twin they would fake it just because we weren't in a race with was it China or Russia?
Now, yeah, it was against like Russia, I think mainly, but I think China was also in the race too. But it was a lot of countries.
But think about it.
Uh-huh.
We're in a race,
right?
To whoever gets to the fucking moon, and if you make it to the moon, that shit's gonna signify power. That shit's gonna signify a lot of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
You don't think that we could have faked it because we want to set the dominance tone? We want to say like, hey, America's on top of everything.
Like
I'm not saying.
I believe that they possibly had rovers on there. That I completely agree with, right?
Yeah.
But to have the humans on there, but then the boots don't match with what the boots he wore and all that shit. And then on top of that, the other aspect is they're like, why would they lie about that, right? Because when the other countries expose them for lying, and then I thought to myself, that's just like a humankind one type of shit, right? Imagine the U.S. paid other countries to say, let's just say we did it since we're all fucking struggling. China and Russia and all these other countries take with fucking the easy money, $1 million back then, or whatever, because that's the equivalent of $1 billion. Just to say US won and help the economy out with that type of money, you know? I feel like they could have done something like that to kind of like shush about it. But that's just my theory.
And DJ, I feel like I agree with you. There, it's always gonna be talked. It's always gonna be debunked. That people are gonna want to debunk it.
Yeah,
but that's crazy. I did not know that there was landscapes that are identical to the moon, or
they say a lot of
moon.
Nevada like desert, because some of the videos you look at it looked desert like, and it looked like fucking like landscape in Nevada.
Honestly, if anything, what's the one place that we can't have access to right now?
Antarctica and Area 51.
That's the only two places that I can think of.
I was thinking Area 51 too. That they probably make that secret because they has the exact landscape of how that moon landing looked like. Like, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Get out my head. But
yeah,
think about it.
That's right. Then they had some amazing tech that we lost. LOL. But no, I don't know, man. It's like the more I see like all these things trying to debunk it, and then it's just like it's not even like it's bad theories. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of theories behind it that kind of like prove it more than anything. And they asked Neil, did you see there? He just like refuses to fucking answer. I've forgotten, like, I don't know what was the name of that video, but they asked him what he saw there, and he just refused to answer. He's like, what, you don't believe me or whatever? That one thing, he seemed so pressed that he kept asking questions.
Think about it. This man signed his life away for the rest of his life to do that landing moon fucking thing, bro. If he comes out and speaks, bro, there's not even gonna be a speak. He's gonna be dead before he tries to fucking make it to the microphone.
And then the thing is like, let's just say for all theoretical purposes, it is true and there's no denying it, right? They said they couldn't go to the dark side of the moon because it's so fucking freezing cold there. Like it's like past negative 500 like degrees, right? So it's just brick cold. But I'm like in my head, why not use any rovers they use like with the cameras to see what the fuck was on the other side? It's like, unless they knew that there was just too much risk because of something that they know and found on the light side of the moon, that something was dangerous or weird or like show signs of life, and the other side they just didn't want to like fucking show it or even try to continue observing it. That they're like, you know what, let's just say in our little Earth over here, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just find that really odd that we're afraid to go on the other side. And then they said humans can't do it because of freezing temperatures, but why not use equipment?
Whoa. I gotta stop you there, Twin.
What?
I don't blame them being scared to go to a darker side of the moon because it's deep freezing and they don't want to explore that. Because the same comes to the ocean, dog. We're scared to fucking go to not the deepest part of the ocean, but to like the darker areas. And on top of that, we can't dive that far. We can't make it that far.
I was gonna say that's not true, because if we had the technology, they would have done it. But the thing is, you tell me you don't have a technology to have a rover to go to the dark side of the moon? That I think is bullshit.
I mean, remember back then, technology wasn't as how it is nowadays.
Okay, but then my excuse to that is we used a rover to get on Mars in mid 2000s, right? Why didn't they check the other side of the moon before they went to the Mars? They had to plan about 6 months ahead of time to get to the fucking Mars, right? And I remember this shit when I was like 5th grade. So plan like 6 months, like 7 months, 8 months ahead of time. Go to the moon, check with the rover the other side of the moon, and then continue to launch to fucking Mars. Well, why fucking go straight to Mars and then check the other side of the moon? You know, that's just a little suspect to me.
Oh, look, DJ say that the reason why they haven't sent a rover to the dark side is because our rovers use solar battery and solar panels or whatever it is. So I mean that kind of makes sense too, Twin.
But okay, so I understand that theory, right? But the only problem is if you're, for example, using anything that's solar panel, right, to check planets that's further away, right? Because we have satellites that do that shit, not rovers, right?
Yeah.
why not get a satellite to rotate around the moon? And when it rotates to the side that's darker, is using the obtained power that it gets from the fucking the sun, and then observe the other side of the moon. And then when it gets to that side, it uses the power that it already saved up, and then goes back to the other side of the moon. We have nuclear energy, so we could do something like that and don't have to risk human lives, because let's just say something bad happened to a nuclear satellite, right? They're using a nuclear power satellite. We still have other resources. I mean, we don't have, we have the resources to not put a human in danger. All we need is just to get footage back.
DJ said it would be a one-way trip if you want to see anything.
But that's why he put a satellite with nobody on it. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, no, you have a good point, right? Because if we have all of this, and now what's his name is getting involved with space stuff,
Elon,
and he's a millionaire.
On the moon
You telling me that they don't have the
close.
money to or the capability to make a rover that can go see the dark side?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
don't believe
they want to
it.
test on everything. They want to test on everything else, but they don't want to make a rover that. Yeah, it might cost them a little bit of money, but what is chump change to them to send a rover over there? You know.
Well, the sun doesn't like the dark side of the moon in solar eclipse. It never lights up. Well, no, actually, it does in that moment. You are right with that one. So, yeah, that's true, because when it hits, so this would be Earth, right here. This is the moon, and the sun is way far back behind that moon during the solar eclipse. So they had zero excuse why not to do that shit, bro. Zero. I just feel like at that point they're just hiding something. It just makes no sense. Why? I don't know. Honest to God, just why not show what the hell's going on? Like, that's easier than the fucking Mars, and Mars is like damn near close to the asteroid belt in between the other planets.
No, yeah, it's true. It's true.
And we went damn near to fucking Mars in 6 months or 9 months or whatever. But the moon is something that is like less than a month, I believe, with any of nowadays rocket ships, and we could easily check the other side.
True. I mean, like I said, these people have. It's not like they don't have the money to get the technology. It's not like they don't have the money to make the next. We're making fucking rocket ships that are fucking going into space and doing extra shit. You're telling me you can't make a rover that big, this big, to go to the other side of the moon?
Yeah, like I said, it's fucking bullshit at that point. I think they're just hiding something.
They are hiding. You might as well call the moon Area 52, not 51, 52.
It's to me, it just doesn't make sense. Why not to explore that other side? You know, because there could be some hidden resources. And remember, like, the only thing like that'd be scary is just dealing with asteroids that probably hit the other side. Because I heard the asteroids hit, of course, that side, because that's the side facing away from Earth, and that's the side that's facing towards the asteroid belt most of the time. So if that's the case, right, I understand that, but like I said, we use a rover, a satellite, or something in that degree. You don't have to risk human lives at that point. You know what I'm saying?
No, true. I mean, look at what happened. Look at what happened recently with the astronauts that got stuck on out in space because they couldn't do a whole recovery team. They couldn't send a spaceship rocket to recover them because I forget what kept happening. Like whatever rockets that they were building, it wasn't making it.
Was this? Was this recent?
Yeah, this was recent. The astronauts that were stuck out in space for like a year almost, I think.
Oh shit! The last one I heard was like they were told that they had to stay longer. I didn't know they got stuck.
They got stuck in space, didn't they? Yeah, see, DJ said that they just brought them back. Like 2 weeks ago, DJ said.
Oh, I've seen these two. That's that's the International Space Station. That's just like an extended deployment, bro. I forget. Yeah, I remember that shit because they were showing that in my last place.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's just them being like, so imagine being out to sea in the aircraft carrier and they extend your deployment from 7 months.
No, but what I'm saying about that is, we're making rocket ships to go into space to bring them back. You're telling me you can't make a fucking rover that when you're sending that rocket ship, it detaches and it'll just land on the moon
Right.
and make it to the moon and start doing its job, just like how the rovers have done for Mars
For
and brought
fucking
us
Mars.
rocks and brought us rocks and brought us whatever that they go and look
Right.
for. Like, come on now.
That's
Come
what
on,
I'm
NASA.
saying. Something just doesn't add up.
Come on, NASA.
And the thing that kind of cracked me up is said they didn't have a rocket to go to the moon, but we had a rocket to go to fucking Mars in the 2000s.
Oh, that is weird.
Right? Like,
That is weird. Wait a minute. What?
hold on. Diagram of the Milky Way. So let's look at this right here, right? Let's do it top view, maybe. And the planets. Okay, so this is like the most simple version for you. We could do this shit, right? So I'm gonna
For
open this.
me? Whoa.
No, I'm just saying we
Whoa.
could do this just in general. I didn't say you. But look. Okay. So we got Earth right here, right? And near Earth, there's gonna be like the little moon, like right here with my magnifying glasses moving, right? This is fucking Mars. Look at that gap distance between the two, right? The moon's like damn near like right close to the fucking Earth. We had the Mars, so you're telling me we said fuck like over here, for example, where the moon's here. We're gonna go all the way here. And the worst part is you had to time that when the moon and Mars and Earth lines up like this. Because in reality, it never lines up like this perfectly. Like that shit happens every like hundreds of thousands of years that it all goes together like that, right? So Mars and Earth could like the revolution is almost similar, right? So once they lined up kind of nicely, then you can make that fucking move to Mars. If not, then you had to go through the sun, and you know what happens if you go try to go the other side around the sun. I don't think we need to explain that. But the fact that we didn't we could go over here, but we couldn't go back like somewhere next to Earth, aka where the fucking moon is at. Like it don't make sense in any scale. Why that's the thing? Like
hey, yo,
that's
chat.
the moon right there, and it's right close to Earth.
Y'all getting free lessons from Professor RJ. Better listen up,
man. Like
better listen up.
Listen. I'm not saying I was terrible at science, right? Well, when we got to the chemistry like side of the house, right? I was great when it comes to fucking astrology. I was great when it comes to environmental science. And I was great with stuff like the human body until we got to like the mitochondria and shit. I'm like, okay, this is microscopic. When it gets microscopic, I just don't give a fuck no more. I can't see it. And then like, look at this petri dish, right? And they show me this little petri dish. And look at the petri dish. They're like, you see that? What is that? Oh, that's germs and parasites. I'm like, you sure that's not like a little smudge or a fucking a speck on the fucking glass? Like, it just looks so stupid. There's no way you tell me that's microorganism. It looks like if somebody took my camera and just made like a little streak on it, bro. Like, come on, bro.
DJ said that they last aligned was back in February.
Nerd. No,
That's
that's what I'm saying. Like, but we could plan that, right? Which is more hard to plan, a lot of calculations, all that crap, right? But for some reason we couldn't plan a way to get back to the moon or have the technology apparently for that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Mind you, we're in the future of we're supposed to be having flying cars already.
Right.
We can have flying cars. We can have all these fucking self-driving cars. We can have scooters that go faster than the fucking motorcycle now, whatever it is. We have all these technologies that's coming out. But yeah, we can't make a rover with a nice chip or a nice solar panel or whatever the hell it can be to go to the moon. But we're in the era that we're supposed to be having flying cars and other stuff here in Earth. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense.
I just feel like there's just reasons beyond what they want to tell us at this point. And I mean, we already figured that out when they finally decided to announce that there's aliens that existed in the fucking the government and Pentagon. But I'm like, let's be honest, right? The only reason why they say it was one reason only because of Jeff Epstein case. Because of the thing that Ryan's a grape and what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you only did it because there's something else going on that you don't want to speak of, but
Mm-hmm.
you think this is more
Mhm.
appropriate to speak of than other things, which that also kind of worries me. I have a mission plan to go next year or in 2027, but my thing is, it's still the whole theory is why did we wait this long? Why did we decide to go to Mars rather than check the other side of the moon? Like, I just find that weird, you know? And then the fact that like those moon landing shit, it's just like the boot doesn't match. What you call it, Reagan, whatever at that time, made a phone call to the fucking moon or whatever, which everybody knows like satellite type shit. Like, but it's just the fact that like how are you able to do that, but then you can't give me a simple.
How you're able no the what you're trying to say is how we're able to do that so quickly, vice versa of how it takes long and to plan to go to Mars to do this. But
Yeah.
shit, for the moon, it was quick. We got on top of it. We did it,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. Everything fell in place, you know. But for everything else, we gotta plan. We gotta calculate. We gotta
Facts.
do this. We gotta do that. It's like, come on, man.
It's just it's a lot of shit that just don't add up, man. It just like makes it really sus. You know what I'm saying? It's really fucking sus. Like, what are y'all trying to hide, bro? At this point, and he still didn't mention nothing about Area 51 to this day. Like, they were so fucking advocate. Like when they tried to do that Area 51 raid, which everybody knew like it's gonna be like 10 weirdos on fucking Reddit. But it's like, why didn't y'all do anything? Like, why are you so hell bent to keep these secrets from people? It's either yes, secrets that could destroy the fucking world with technology, or B, you have some really scary shit in there that like we found out. And speaking of scary shit, right? I never asked you this, and I was watching videos on this shit this week. What do you feel about the whole direwolf thing? You heard about that shit, right?
Nah.
So funny you said that, right? This happened like a month ago. This is a fossil, right? And this fossil is based on an old wolf breed that lived about 4,000 years ago. So pretty much it's the ancestor wolf of dinosaurs.
Oh wait, is that the thing me and DJ were talking about the other day? Okay, keep going, keep going. I think I know what you're
And this
talking
shit is
about.
called a direwolf, right? The direwolf is like a huge wolf that lived in prehistoric time periods right before cavemen existed. And they brought this bitch back to life with fossils on some Pokemon shit.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about us bringing like shit back from like way in the BC time period?
Well, didn't you hear about the woolly mammoth that they're trying to bring back from DNA and all this other shit? There's
Yeah.
scientists that are trying to bring the woolly mammoth and all that stuff. So, do we really need those motherfuckers running in our fucking Earth? If they were extinct or whatever, or you want to call it, if they were extinct, they died, a meteor came and boom, they fucking died. I think we should keep them dead. I'm not trying to play no fucking Jurassic Park type shit, running for my life, trying to train a motherfucking not dragon, but a dinosaur that should have been fucking 6 feet underground or 20 feet underground. Like, come on, bro.
Do you want me to bring you the news? I don't know if you see the screen, but they brought more than the direwolf back. That's just probably the biggest one, because that's 12,000 years ago. But they brought back the Burma Patel, which was 303. The 330 years ago, that one was extinct. A nuclear version created of an embryo that didn't fully develop. The Alaba rail, a flightless bird that was extinct, evolved again. He said that's fine. But yeah, let's see what's this one. What the fuck is that? A bird that can't fly, but it looked like it's flying here.
Hey, they threw it in the air for that perfect picture, all right, twin?
Oh no, that wasn't that one. That was another one that's 330 years ago. This one's a flightless bird.
Oh, he's a bird. He ain't no harm.
Now the dire wolf, that's the big one, bro. Like, look at these fucking puppies, bro. Now they said, technically speaking, based on DNA strands, dire wolves and regular wolves have about 2,000 genes that's different from a regular wolf, but they used only 3 or whatever to bring back the dire wolf mixed with regular wolf genes. So technically speaking, they said if this was like a dumb, simple term for us to understand, imagine a wolf, right, with a dire wolf fucking height and weight and like body type. So it's technically a wolf with a dire wolf body, technically speaking. That's how they try to compare it.
So where can I get my gun locked and loaded, ready to go? Because that motherfucker ain't coming in my house.
I mean the
motherfucker-
puppies. Let's look at this shit.
Over 10,000
Wait.
years ago, a howl was lost to time.
Where are they growing
These
them, or
little
where are
ones have
they
certainly earned
fucking?
their rest.
Science labs.
I know, but where's the science lab at?
Oh, we're gonna find out. Maybe this one is. Let's see. They look cute as fuck.
Fuck all of
3 months
that.
in,
The fuck?
the pups begin socialization, a key phase in their development. Weaning starts gradually, while play sharpens their instincts and strengthens their bonds.
I mean, I like the color and everything in those wolves, though. I ain't gonna lie.
And with a mouthful of growing teeth, chewing is serious business. Antlers and sticks
They really look
help
like
keep their
regular
fangs
wolves,
fit
though.
and
I would
strengthen
say
their
they
bones.
don't look as big as dire wolves. Look like in old diagrams that they made of them. And their jaws look way bigger than those fossils.
At
Look at
5 months, a new instinct awakens. The pups begin to sense structure, challenge one another, and learn the rules of the pack.
that. Oh shit.
This stage is marked by rapid growth and an emerging awareness of social hierarchy. Tussles, tackles, and toothy grins. Roughhousing may look like play, but it's serious practice for life in the pack.
Damn, you saw how his eyes almost gazed out. God damn. I'll take 3. I'd be great guard dogs, Chief.
But wait, at 1 month, the pups enter a pivotal stage of development.
Bro, it's
At
like
1 month, the pups enter a pivotal stage of development. And these little ones have certainly earned. At 1 month, the pups enter a pivotal stage of development. And these little ones have certainly earned their rest. At 1 month,
fuck,
the
these
pups
little
enter a
ones,
pivotal
bro?
stage of
How tall do they
and
fucking
these little
get?
ones have
Like,
certainly earned their
you're
rest.
telling me a dire wolf that went extinct, motherfucker. Don't try to oversell it to me.
Female dire wolf brought back from extinction. She may be small now, but she's destined to stand as an equal among her brothers, a fierce force in the making. Their journey is only beginning. Subscribe now
Keyword.
to witness the rise of the dire wolves,
Keyword.
step
Fierce.
by primal step.
What did they say? A fierce what in the making? Like, yeah, y'all got me fucked. Y'all can keep that shit over there.
Let's see what lab they're in. I think it's some European country.
Ah, great, even better.
What
Stay the fucking Europe.
lab is the dial
Wait, what's the biggest height that they can get?
big? Ugh. Dang. Oh, you want to hear the good news? The bad
Oh
news?
my god, in Texas, bro? It just makes sense. Everything gotta be bigger in Texas. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean in Texas, bro? Oh, yeah. Y'all can get Ian first. Y'all can get Ian first. Fuck all of that.
Oh, they're the same size as a regular gray wolf. They're the same size as a regular wolf.
How tall does a husky get? Or how big is a husky?
Gray wolves are the biggest one, apparently. Size comparisons.
Wait, what the fuck? Yo, why do... See...
They
This
look
is...
damn near the same, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Why do humans being gotta be so fucking curious?
They said they could bring back the woolly mammoth, bro.
Yeah, but did you say that that's happening in Russia? That motherfuckers And motherfuckers can keep that bitch out there.
You know they're gonna use them as like tanks. That's not that much of a size difference, bro. It's just a little bit bigger. They could go to 105, the regular fucking wolf, and then the dire wolf could go 150, 50 pounds. Okay. This one's about 3 foot on, like standing on 4 legs. This one's like barely hitting 3 foot. They will try for sure. I mean, I'm not that worried. This is a size comparison. The gray is the dire wolf. I mean, the red is the dire wolf. Okay, so the other wolf is bigger than the dire wolf.
What's the other fucking wolf?
Epicon? I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
Oh, they could keep Epicon in 6 feet deep ground.
I love how they have all these different size comparisons that just don't seem. Yeah, mammoth is not the same size as that shit. Okay.
Yeah, no, they bugging. Texas? Y'all got it, Texas.
Let me see, just to make sure.
What are you trying to check, huh? What are you trying to see?
Colossal bioscience.
Okay, let me ask you this now, chat and twin.
Okay.
What's the purpose of bringing these animals back to fucking life?
So we can find something that fucking balances the ecosystem.
I get that, but what happens if shit goes south?
I was trolling. I don't know. Let's Google that shit.
You don't know.
It's the purpose of bringing back the dire wolf. All right. Okay. The primary purpose of the colossal bioscience initiative to bring back the wolf is to restore a missing component of the ecosystem, potentially restore them to more balanced state. I was trolling. I guess that was the real reason. Wow. So that's how you know it's propaganda, because I don't know science that well and the current state of the ecosystem, and I made that bullshit up. So that means any fucking idiot can make that bullshit. That's how you know they lying, chat.
If you got a degree in just bullshitting, you might as well sign up for propaganda and shit like that.
I got you. I got a doctorate in that shit because I made the same fucking answer that these fucking scientists fucking made. Colossal bioscience aim to reintroduce the dire wolf, or at least wolves of the dire wolf trait, into the ecosystem to fulfill ecological roles the extinct species once played. This can involve regulating deer, elk populations to prevent or overgrazing and allowing other plants and animals or species to thrive. That's bullshit, because
that is bullshit, because isn't there... That's what there's not that many deers, but isn't there wolf packs that already killed deers and elks and
cougar, mountain lions and all this crap? Dire extinction process is seen as a potential tool for broader conservation efforts of potentially helping to salvage the population species that have gone extinct. The technology developed for the dire wolf could be used to increase genetic diversity in endangered species through harmful mutations. Or edit harmful mutation. Okay. The dire wolf pop culture appears to be drawing attention to wolf conservation efforts, inspired support to protecting endangered species, symbol of hope. Bringing back the species, a hope and testament of potential science adds to challenging biodiversity loss.
See, twin,
I still don't see this don't seem like good reasons, but go ahead.
This is the problem. We just got people that are bored just like DJ. Motherfuckers that won the Jurassic Park in this motherfucker. When they're already dead, bro. Keep them where they are.
Hey, twin, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's just a certain, that wants that type of shit. It's saying... I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm just saying. One of these things,
because the bullshit you just read has no explanation of why to go into dirt dig a motherfucker for fossil, bring it out of the fucking dirt, and want to make this fucking wolf come back. Just like the woolly mammoth, bro. There's the ecosystem has been fixed. There's things that replace the woolly mammoth. There's things that replace the dire wolf. So if you're just a curious scientist, take your curious ass scientist somewhere else. Don't bring it to America. Don't bring it. Hey, go to Mars and do that shit. Go to Mars.
The Mars?
Go to Mars and bring back the woolly mammoth. Find out if that motherfucker can make it out there.
I think it would. I mean, is Chile even for the woolly mammoth there? I don't know. Just
like, what is wrong with human beings?
So you want
I get it that
the bullshit answer or the real?
I get it that curiosity is like the biggest thing that we have in a human being.
You say curiosity killed a cat. That I think they forgot to say humans too. I'm just saying.
Bro, at this point,
I'm just saying, bro. But let's look at this shit. The ethics of direwolf de-extinction. Let's look at the ethics.
It also keeps people away. In addition to keeping people away, we're always monitoring the animals and the area around them. So we've been working with American Humane to try to identify what are the key welfare components that we should be focusing on so that we can make sure that our direwolves experience optimal welfare. Being the first of their species to return to Earth in the last 12,000 years, there obviously weren't mothers that were readily available to gestate our direwolves. So our direwolves were raised through surrogacy of domestic dog. The welfare of that domestic dog, of that surrogate, is that
if we want a future that is talk about the risk of doing nothing.
My bad.
Try to identify what are the key welfare components that we should be focusing on so that we can make sure that our direwolves experience optimal welfare. Being the first of their species to return to Earth in the last 12,000 years, there obviously weren't mothers that were readily available to gestate our direwolves. So our direwolves were raised.
If you don't have a mother for a motherfucking wolf, what the fuck are we sticking syringes in places that don't need to be stuck? Why the fuck we taking DNA? And why the fuck are we bringing back animals that don't need to be? We are key factors of why they're here. Just bullshit coming out of his mouth, bro. Like, what?
I mean, he's an intelligent scientist. He knows what he's talking about.
Bitch, I'm an intelligent scientist. I went to the high school, and they taught me better than they taught him. Like, okay, keep playing it, because this is just
through surrogacy
bullshit
of
after
domestic
bullshit.
Dog. The welfare of that domestic dog, of that surrogate, is as important to us as it was the direwolf. So we began working with American Humane Society to find best homes for these dogs after they raised their litters.
I do think we have a moral obligation to help restore the ecosystems and to heal the planet. I think we have that obligation both because in many cases it is damage we have caused, and also because I think that even if it's damage that was done by some event out of our control, we are still
damages that we have caused. You're showing me areas of trees getting knocked the fuck down, fires happening in this video, and you're talking about a motherfucking wolf coming back to life and fixing that ecosystem?
Yeah.
Bitches, connect the motherfucking dots. Just say, yo, got bored at the lab, and you had nothing else to do at the lab, and you just fucking wanted a fucking wolf.
Chief, it's fine. I don't know why you saturating for it. It's just a big ass wolf. What's the most they can do?
A big ass wolf that we need for what? We already gotta worry about motherfucking wolves that run in packs of fucking 5, 6, 7 of them motherfuckers. Now I gotta worry about dire wolves that are gonna run in packs of 5, 6, 7 and that can kill a human in one bite.
Just don't piss them off.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Sit down. Here's your fucking treat. Keep playing the video, bro. This is fucking, yo. Retardedness at its
of
finest.
this earth and of this environment. And that is something that transcends politics, it transcends
Right.
religions.
What you said.
You know, it was Teddy Roosevelt, a Republican, who really founded the modern conservation movement's political underpinnings. It was a Democrat, Franklin Roosevelt, who built up the Conservation Corps. It is Christianity that, in its concept of dominion over the earth, includes this notion of responsible stewardship. It is Hinduism that celebrates the idea of the diversity of the biota. It is Islam that thinks of humans as partners in creation. And it is Judaism with this concept of tikkun olam and repairing the world. Across all these different varieties of religion and politics, we find the same impulse, which is that we are part of something larger than ourselves. And of course, we have to take care of it. Because we have the ability to do so.
Darwin essentially confirmed with science what I think indigenous people had long been trying to tell us, which is
Facts.
we
Indigenous
are part
people, like
of
our
the
ancestors.
kinship network, in Darwin's instance, the evolutionary river of Earth. We are right in the middle of it. History has an arc. It's got a trajectory. And that trajectory is pointing us towards a more optimistic outlook, it seems to me. I mean, there are a lot of instances where, to be sure, one can become discouraged and give up. But my reading of history is that there's cause for optimism, and an organization like Colossal, to me, is one of the things that gives me hope.
Hold on, time out. This lady just sat here. This lady just sat here, named every fucking religion of the book, named two politics or whatever. I get it. They politics can get into the type of some shit like this of keeping animals safe and rights for animals and stuff. Nah, I don't think they said bring back a motherfucker that died 12,000 years ago or whatever the fuck it was.
DJ did.
And then we're not talking about no motherfucking DJ right now. We're talking about this fucking highly educated person sitting in front of a camera saying that it's our responsibility to bring back these animals and accept them back in society, and because it's gonna help the ecosystem.
Facts.
Like, y'all bitches is just bored. Let me tell you that shit. Y'all bitches ain't got shit to do. I guess the government just has money to give you and hand you, so you can do whatever y'all feel like doing. How about y'all give me that motherfucking money, and I can bring you something better than a dire wolf?
No.
At this point, I'll bring you back a dragon, bitch. And we can bring the reality show of How to Teach Your Dragon or whatever that shit's called. How about that?
So
give me three different cameras.
Did you hear that they finally found out how a T-Rex actually sound?
Yeah. I don't want that bitch around.
No. Just how it sounds vocally. You know how in the movies they always represent a T-Rex and people made the TikTok and YouTube video? Like, how do they know how T-Rex sound if they was always extinct? Now, scientists, based on like the jaws and like the full skeleton structure and whatever, and based on the families that the T-Rex, based on the DNA, is related to, they actually have like a 90-something% like damn near accuracy to the T-Rex's fucking actual voice.
Yeah. That bitch sound like he possessed. Let me tell you that shit.
Now, let me show you right here how it actually sounds. You ready for this? Yeah. They say it's more terrifying than it did in real life. I mean, based on movies.
Also, DJ, you don't want a dinosaur to come back, but you want a dire wolf, and it's okay for a woolly mammoth to come back?
Oh, no. Wait, GG, hold on.
No. It's okay.
That's how the footsteps
What the
sound.
fuck is that thumping, bro?
That's
what the fuck?
that's how loud the footsteps sounded like. And that little ground noise they do, that's how they sound like.
You know what? I'm gonna start a petition. And we can bring the Wheelie Mammoth back and the dire wolves and all that shit. Let's bring a T-Rex back. Let's bring that shit back. What's wrong with it? We can tame it. We can ride it. It's gonna be beneficial for the ecosystem.
Oh yeah, thanks. Hold on, let's listen to this one. They said they replaced the real sound on the Jurassic Park. I wonder.
I grew up thinking a T-Rex sounded like this. But with modern technology, scientists at Sandia National Laboratories were able to recreate what a T-Rex actually sounded like, and it's even more terrifying.
Yeah, nah, fuck that shit, bro. I'll get my shovel ready. I'll dig the fucking hole, and I'll say I'll see you in 12,000 years from now, bro. Fuck all of that.
It sounded like a really loud ribbit noise from a lizard. And
Fuck
it
the
hisses
ribbit
too.
noise.
You hear that hiss?
Fuck the ribbit noise.
What's that?
Nah. I'll be extinct before the meteor makes me extinct. You get that? You get that? I'll make myself extinct before the meteor
This is the one I
comes and
heard
hits the
before
earth.
too.
Nah.
Oh, can you imagine hearing that shit,
We all
bro?
believe that this is the sound of a T-Rex. But with new fossil discoveries related to their voice box,
Yeah, this is
scientists
the
have
voice box.
recreated what the T-Rex actually sounded like.
Yo. I swear to God. They bring a dinosaur back to Earth. It's done deal for me. It's a done deal for me. Y'all can come to my grave. Y'all can talk to me 6 feet underground.
I'll be so
and I'll
out.
say what's up.
That shit sound like a predator. Like now, like compared to just some bullshit roar, like that sounds like a lion. Nah, it sounds like like it does that like fucking like lizard, like a Komodo
DJ,
dragon.
no.
Oh my God, bro.
Whoa, time out. DJ, you want a dire
Scientists
wolf. You want a dire wolf.
to bring back dinosaurs. Let's see if scientists want to bring back dinosaurs.
Yes, they want. Yes, they do.
While scientists aren't actively trying to bring back dinosaurs in a way to portray it in the films like Jurassic Park, there's an ongoing interest understanding the potential reviving aspects of the biology. According to IFL science, the consensus is that dinosaur DNA is too old to be viable for cloning or the extinction.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What's the matter, G?
Did you just say it's too old to be bringing back? How old was the dire wolf?
About like I think 2,000 years before BC, so about like 4,000 years from now.
Bro, make it make sense.
I'll be so out 4K. Dinosaurs are billions. Hold on. So, however, some research explores using genetic engineering and reverse engineering techniques on living bird species, which are direct descendants of dinosaurs and lizards too, according to IFL Science. Dinosaur fossils are curable and can be dating back from millions of years ago. DNA degrades over time, making it unlikely to find viable DNA samples for cloning.
So, in shorter terms, chat, to dumb it down to you, yeah, they're interesting, okay? We're gonna have motherfucking Jurassic Park in a couple years.
Well, they said the problem is they're not able to, and that's why they can't. So, this tells me if they were able to, they would.
No, they want to.
But they can't.
What do you mean they can't?
They just said that the DNA, after a certain amount of like thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, DNA structures actually die.
Chat, you really gonna believe that shit? You really gonna believe a motherfucking scientist? Oh, we don't have the capability because the fossil has been there for so many fucking years that we can't bring it back. All right, so what the fuck y'all hiding in Area 51? Aliens, dinosaurs, what else? Dire wolves?
Well, technically, they're in Texas, not Nevada.
It don't fucking matter if it's in the Nevada or not Nevada, bro. Y'all getting the DNA and shit from somewhere. Y'all getting the information from somewhere.
I mean, hold on. Let's see. They find it possible.
What? Like what?
Pigeon Jurassic Park. While some researchers are interested in these inference the sheer age of dinosaur fossils, the likelihood of a DNA that hasn't degraded too much is impossible to retrieve usable genetic material for cloning. All the DNA is degraded by now because remember, like DJ said, they're like 100, 200 million years ago, and the direwolf was just 4,000 years ago, which is more likely. The woolly mammoth is like what 6,000 to 8,000 years ago.
I wouldn't be surprised if next week we hear in the news that they found a way to get the DNA for the fucking dinosaurs. Okay. They are bugging, bro. Mind you, these are smart scientists, and this is what they're doing.
On the next,
like, are y'all really that bored, bro? Y'all ain't got nothing else to do at home.
Extinct animal. They will bring back.
Yeah. Please. Let me see what's the next animal.
So, while it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what effort extinct animal they will resurrect next, scientists are actively working on multiple species. One being the woolly mammoth, dodo, and the Tasmanian tiger.
Okay. And how long ago did the woolly mammoth was around?
How long ago were the extinct? They died about 4,000 years ago, same amount of time as a dire wolf. But they lived in the heydays around 20,000 years ago.
Okay.
I want to see the Tasmanian tiger.
Did you say I prefer them to be focusing on the ocean and space, to be honest? Oh, good sir. Let me tell you something. They ain't gonna be focused on the space.
Wait a
minute. They can't fucking figure.
They said the Tasmanian tiger was only extinct since 1986. It died around 1936. And
So
put
he's brand
officially
new.
extinct list in 1986. After 50 years of confirming no more sighting. Oh, these shits ain't bad. I mean, they're ugly, but they ain't big. It's literally a Tasmanian mixed with a tiger. I could live with like this shit.
Oh, actually, you know what's curious? What's so funny? Now that you mentioned that, there's this YouTuber that went to Australia because apparently they have seen sightings of the Taz, what you call it, that Taz whatever tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look it up. Sightseeings of Tasmanian tiger, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to show you this really quick video.
Let me look at the dodo real quick.
Man, that dodo could stay his ass over there dodoing.
Dodo, I think it was the 1600s. Yeah. This ugly ass bird to try and bring back, bro. That's
For what?
I don't know.
What the fuck is it gonna do to the ecosystem?
You know how the dodos died, right?
No, we were
1690 when we came into America, which they were populated in America, North America. They, unlike any other birds, they lay their eggs on the ground next to trees and all that
Yeah.
shit. And
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people a lot of colonizing people just end up stepping on the eggs by accident until they just went extinct. Because they just hatch it in the wide open. I mean, lay it in the wide open. I'm like, this bird is not that intelligent to realize like putting eggs in the floor is stupid. Oh yeah, they were also hunted as food, but unlike chickens and everything else, they have it in a place that was very easily to be stepped on. And the only ones that hunted dodo, I think, was just Indians or indigenous people, whatever they want to call it nowadays. But yeah.
See, what the fuck are we hunting these birds for, bro? The meat is probably not the greatest. It's
Right,
not
that's
a
what I'm
steak
saying.
meat.
That shit's not like chicken like level or better. Like
That shit is not a steak, twin. If
Yeah,
it
that's
was
what
a
I'm saying.
steak, then yeah.
I'm just not understanding is like why we want the mammoth for when we had the polar ice caps melting. Those bitches just gonna be hot. What was the video you want me to check?
The sightseeings of the Tasmanian devil, whatever, Tasmanian tiger, whatever. I said Tasmanian devil. I'm over here thinking about the fucking Looney Tunes.
Wow, it came out. Who's the buy? I see this guy. Tasmanian tiger caught on camera, new 2024.
No, it's not gonna be by him. Well, I mean, you can press any of those because honestly, I don't think it would matter.
These are 20 and 50 minute long videos, bro. Fuck all that. What is this? Oh, I was like, did they bring them back?
Bro, there's a YouTuber I watched that he did the freaking thing.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny? There's another one too. Imagine they brought this bitch back.
At that point, why can't we bring Bigfoot back?
There's no actual real proof of Bigfoot though.
Are you sure about that? Okay, his name is Groovy. I mean, it doesn't matter, but shout out to this YouTuber. His name is Groovy Gavin. He's the one that did, I believe, a video on that. Oh yeah, he did the extinct animal that might still exist. Oh no, wait, is this a different one? No, that's the same one that you were talking about.
History. It's not the blue, bro. I saw this shit.
I must say, I like watching this guy. I feel like he's funny.
It was like this video, just like really.
Look, I just sent you the link to this guy's video. He's only 15 minutes. What the fuck is that?
Like the biggest world to ever exist. But there was something bigger than that shit. There was a shark that was bigger than a whale size, and there was something bigger than a shark.
Oh, megalodon?
Bigger than a megalodon. What is bigger than a megalodon? That currently launcher. Oh, the Leviathan whale. I think that was the one. This bitch. Yeah. This thing was like double the size of a megalodon. You want to see how big
And
this shit is?
When did it go extinct?
You know, watch a cartoon version of this shit. That shit is massive, bro.
Legendary relative and other size and ferocity. Among them swam a whale unlike any other. a predator so fearsome that it hunted and killed other whales. This was Leviathan Melville, a name as mighty as the beast itself, inspired by the biblical Leviathan and the author of Moby Dick.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. I'm trying to figure that one because it was short, but let's try this one.
It's an auto worm bite, turns out.
I saw this shit. I was just like, can you imagine they bring back this bitch, bro?
Don't go calling this a leviathan, even though the name might sound similar. This underwater giant wasn't a sea serpent at all, but a long-extinct sperm whale ancestor.
It's a sperm whale,
Where
but
it
bigger.
differs
It's like
from
3 to
its
4 times bigger
squid-slurping
than
modern
sperm whale,
cousins
which
is
the
that
biggest
this
one.
creature had foot-long mouth daggers used for preying
The
on
teeth is
other
a foot
whales.
long.
This was Leviathan.
What did it show, like the whale like being this big and the fucking other one like triple the size, bro? It's crazy.
Hi, I'm Taliloe Mary, and you're watching about 12 million years ago
12 million.
during the Miocene. Since about 2010, we've known this whale as the Leviathan. At around 13 to 19
God damn!
43 to 62 feet, twin.
God damn! How many football fields is that?
Many,
School buses, football fields.
Stories is 62 feet. This bitch is 7 stories tall.
Yo.
7 stories, bro. Bro, 7 stories.
Yeah, that bitch can stay dead. I'm sorry. You lived long enough.
Hell
You're good.
no, bro. Hell no.
And DJ wants them to fucking go look at the ocean. Yeah, no, I think we're good, DJ.
It's football field. Football field.
I think you're good.
Covers. So this is like a picture, 62 feet, 52 yards. So it'd be what? Here to here. It covers more than 21 feet. 21% of the field's width. 160 feet wide, 360 feet long. Holy shit. So it's like this size. Holy shit. Or here to here. Holy crap, bro.
Yeah, nah, you got me. Yeah. DJ, take your happy ass somewhere to a different country where they want to look at the ocean, because it's not going to happen here in America, buddy.
Bro, look at this shit, bro.
long, Leviathan would have been similar in size to modern sperm whales, the largest of today's toothed whales. The major difference between them, however, is that Leviathan had a mouthful of deeply rooted 30-centimeter long, 10-centimeter wide teeth, the largest non-tusked teeth that have ever been recorded. And the jaws that held these teeth were robust and humongous, big enough to hold a whole adult human inside. Unlike Leviathan's 2 rows of giant gnashers, modern sperm whales have relatively small teeth only on the bottom that perfectly fit into sockets in the upper jaw. The difference between their teeth is due to how and on what these whale species fed. Modern sperm whales are apex predators that hunt in deep waters all over the globe for shark, squid, fish, and basically anything they can suction into their mouths. We know that Leviathan didn't use suction to pull prey into its mouth like today's sperm whales. This giant was a pursuit predator, meaning that it hunted down and seized its prey. Leviathan would have clamped its powerful jaws around its kill and shredded it to ribbons, with some researchers even theorizing that its favorite snack was other whales, specifically the ancestors to modern baleen whales. Leviathan's skull tells us a lot about what it would have hunted. The fact that its teeth were deeply embedded in its jaw made them extra stable and perfect for holding on to large, thrashing prey. The teeth were interlocking, So when those teeth met, it was like a meat cleaver coming down. The teeth were also angled forward, showing us that Leviathan's chompers would have been able to grip prey with curved bodies, like other whales. Modern sperm whales consume about 3% of its body weight in food per day.
So, fun fact, that's not the biggest sea creature to ever live. I found it. It's this one. I found it. That would be the Morosaurus one. This one has a long neck. As you saw in that picture, it was bigger than a whale. Size.
So
this thing is 56
lake
feet.
nose.
Yeah.
So the lake nose monster.
Size compared to a megalodon. Oh, it's actually smaller. What the hell? I said the biggest dinosaur. Bruce is the largest exhibit in Canadian fossil. 17 by 56. What? 17 meters or 56 feet long? Oh, hell no, bro. Hell no.
They can keep them shits, bro.
Hell no. They're from 83 to 66 million years ago.
So they lived during the dinosaur era.
Oh, wait, no, this is the biggest one ever recorded. What the fuck is this one? I never even heard of this one. Oh, what the hell is this, bro? Oh, no, what is this, bro? 69 feet. Okay, this was bigger than the whale. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, hell no, bro. What is that? Nah, bro. Hell no, bro. 69.
Now imagine if they bring this back.
Ten biggest. You know what? Let's watch this video.
So right when I thought Mom
Like, I have a feeling they're gonna fuck around and either find this shit in the deep depths
cool new place in the
or
city.
make these shits, bro.
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't.
Godzilla.
The 10 biggest sea dinosaurs that ever existed on Earth.
Fuck all that, bro.
The ocean is a pretty terrifying place, filled with sharks, venomous fish,
we haven't
and
finished
giant
discovering the
squids,
ocean.
to name a few. But
You know we know
whatever
more
lives
about
in the
space
sea
than we do the
nowadays
ocean?
can't be compared with the huge monsters
Fun
that
fact.
dominated the depths
Apparently we don't
millions
know
of
about
years
the moon,
ago.
though.
And by monsters, I mean long extinct marine reptiles and dinosaurs. This video will open your
Wow, this
eyes
is
to
the intro.
instantly. Now,
No one does food like Puerto Rico. Whether it's a
Oh,
chef
Puerto
tasting
Rico.
menu or a
Hey.
local favorite spot.
Hold up, now you're talking my language. Hey, yo, they took it off.
Yeah.
Now, at first glance at this animal,
This
your
man.
first thought is probably, whoa,
Oh, is
a
it that
prehistoric
alligator one?
crocodile. But looks
Oh, no.
can be deceiving, because the two
Lysosaurus,
aren't
that's the
really
first
related.
one.
Pliosaurus was a genus of 8 species belonging to the larger family of pliosaurs.
8
These
what?
prehistoric
8
reptiles were
species?
characterized by short necks, massive heads, and broad
Oh,
flippers.
nah, bro.
Pliosauruses lived during the late Jurassic period, around 150 to 145 million years ago. Their
Never seen this
remains
one.
were first discovered in Norway in the middle of the 19th century.
Discovered in the
They
19th
certainly
century, bro.
were real giants, with the largest species
It was
weighing more
19
than 30 tons and growing up to
90
40 feet
1901.
long. Also, this animal had an incredibly strong bite. In fact, it
That's the
was
10th
4 times
biggest.
more powerful than that of the mighty T-Rex. 9. Kronosaurus.
I remember this one too.
Speaking of the pliosaur family, there's also the Kronosaurus. It had all the typical features of a pliosaur. A large head with massive jaws, a short neck, and a thick squarish trunk.
And these big bitches lived in the fucking earth. Like, why did Earth just make these fucking
probably lived all over the world, given that their fossils have been discovered in both Australia and Colombia.
Colombia? Oh, we were cooked, chat.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. If you want to find anything that's fucking like Helldivers type of alien planets, just go to Australia, bro. Just go to Australia. I swear to God. You just go to Australia and you're like, oh, you want to see a megalodon? Oh, we got a fossil right here. Oh, you want to see the fucking 10,000 foot fucking honey badger? We got it right there too. Like, it's like Australia doesn't have anything that's normal. I swear to God, bro. I'm sorry, Australians, but like y'all can keep that place, bro. Napalm that shit. Burn it with fire, dog. Like, and we start, bro. I'm dead ass, bro. Like, get those. You want to visit, Twin? Hell no, bro. In my job,
You're telling me if I buy your plane ticket and I tell you, Twin,
I'll tell you, I'm gonna rip that bitch ASAP. Like, bro, in my job, they're trying to get people to work in Australia, and my ex-roommate that was my roommate last year said, I'll do it. I'm like, are you fucking retarded, bro? Like, do you really want to play Helldivers in real life? I don't. Like, I passed. Thank you very much, bro. Fuck that. And they're still discovering. Yeah, okay. Continue the video. No.
Largest Kronosaurus ever, but it was one of the most vicious. These reptiles had long, needle-sharp teeth that used to catch squid and fish. Some experts state that Nothosauruses could snap their long heads sideways to catch a passing fish. Kind of like how a crocodile always be in the know when we post something new for you, which is on the daily. On needle-sharp teeth that it used to catch squid and fish. Some experts state that Nothosauruses could snap their long heads sideways to catch a passing fish, kind of like how a crocodile does. Surprisingly, researchers say that these reptiles shared a lot of similar features with the modern sea lion. Nothosauruses had 4 legs that they could use to walk, just like sea lions do. Also, they lived and hunted in the ocean, but could come out on the shore to rest. Finally, experts...
Hell no! Imagine
of the ocean.
Imagine humans existed at that time period. You just like sitting in the fucking land. And you just see this 100-pound, 100-feet bitches just walk up to the shore like, "What's up, cuz? I'm hungry." Like, you're cooked. Like, you're cooked, bro. Like, look at that dumb shit, bro.
Had 4 legs that they could use to walk, just like
this bitch just chilling in the land, bro. Bro, Chief, I'm telling you, bro. Imagine you just sitting in the beach. That bitch comes up like a sea turtle.
Imagine that shit. You know I can't imagine that shit because as soon as I see it, I'm gonna start digging a fucking hole 6 inches deep on the fucking ground.
6 inches?
Bigger than that. 6 inches. My bad.
You mean 6
feet, 6 inches, whatever the fuck it could be, and I'm gonna just bury myself. I'm not even gonna see it coming. I'm not even gonna hear it.
Gonna lie. That bitch says, "Oh, when he wants a suntan, he just comes to the beach." You know what, bro? It's your beach, dog. It's your beach. You have it. You have a nice suntan.
At that point, what do you fucking tell it? No, bitch, this is my beach. Get your own.
It's yours, daddy. Like it's like that Usher song, "Daddy's Home." Like it's his shit, bro. Like, fuck that, bro.
Like sea lions do. Also,
like sea lions.
They lived and hunted.
Look at this shit.
Imagine that bitch is chilling, bro.
Standing on a rock.
With the Loch Ness Monster just chilling in the background, bro. Like, come on, bro.
In the ocean, but could come out on the shore to rest. Finally, experts still can't determine if they laid eggs or actually gave birth to their young. Hence the name, false lizard.
Bro, can you imagine how big those fucking eggs are? That's the biggest mohong in human history, bro. Like... That's the biggest ball in history, bro. That shit's huge, bro. Like, imagine the toilet you need for that shit, bro. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. Imagine coming across that thing walking the beach at night.
Bro, I'm running.
Styxosaurus belonged to the plesiosaur family and lived
Oh,
during
yeah,
the
okay, I
late
knew the
Cretaceous period
plesiosaurs.
around 85 to 70 million years ago. Upon first glance at this dinosaur, you might mistake it for a sea snake. And it'd be an honest mistake.
No, I'm not gonna confuse
Styxosauruses were about 35 feet in length, but over 16 feet of that
His neck
consisted
is bigger
just
than
of their
you.
long snake-like neck. They had a comparatively small body and weighed approximately 4 tons. Their mouths were full of razor-sharp, cone-shaped teeth that they used to catch.
Oh, check in, see that. That's a face only a mother could love, though. Look at that. No, bro. Y'all gotta be tripping.
Bitch, you need to
They
do your
didn't
makeup
need to chew
better.
their prey thanks to the 200 small stones called gastroliths in their bellies that probably aided in digestion. At the
They
same
ate
time,
stones.
some
They ate
scientists
stones.
believe that the Styxosaurus used these stones to sink to the ocean bottom in search of particular types of fish. Looks kinda like Nessie to me. 6. Alberto nectus.
What? Alberto? What?
The Alberto nectus was another representative of the plesiosaur family, meaning that this marine reptile had a small head on an incredibly long neck and large flipper-like
Little
limbs
sucking
that
dick,
helped
I
it
guess,
move through the
fishes
water.
right there, huh?
These creatures occupied the sea around
little
North
sus.
America 76 to 70 million
shit,
years
we were
ago.
cooked
The
back
length
then.
of this sea monster could reach 38 feet, with
Hell
its neck
no, bro.
taking up 23 feet of that length. Its neck was a true record breaker. It had a whopping 76 bones in it. No other animal known to humankind has had so many vertebrae in its neck. Scientists aren't sure why they needed such a lengthy neck.
Yeah, we used to
Alberto
avoid
nectuses
the
might have used it
coast
to collect
otherwise.
shellfish off the seabed, or perhaps it helped them capture their main prey, fish and squids. This aquatic reptile also had gastroliths in its stomachs. Some of them were as big as 5.5 inches in diameter.
Can you imagine you just fucking like you're in the house and you see like and it's next to the water and that head just like pops up in like a tube in the side of your house? Bro, fuck that, dog.
Bro, yeah.
5.
That shit's
Thalassomenon.
Oh, this bitch is big. I know this one.
Thalassomenon means sea lord in ancient Greek, and there's a pretty good reason behind this name.
This one was a
These
good
representatives
mythology,
of the plesiosaur family were huge predators that
40
could reach
feet. It
40
just gets
feet
bigger,
in length.
bro.
That's about as big as a 4-story building. Their long, flipper-like limbs could grow up to 7 feet in length, allowing them to move
What?
through the water with shocking efficiency. The Thalassometon's amazing neck had 62 vertebrae and could be up to 20 feet in length. That's half its body size. Like most plesiosaurs, these creatures had comparatively small heads, measuring just 19 inches. But that tiny head was full of long,
19
sharp
inches is
teeth
still
that
pretty
reached
big,
almost
bro.
2 inches in length.
Oh.
However, these reptiles were unlikely to use their teeth for purposes other than catching prey. Just like other plesiosaurs, their stomachs were full of stones that probably helped with digestion by rubbing up against each other when the gastric walls moved, crushing and grinding up the fish inside.
So they
4. Tylosaurus.
This one we saw earlier.
The Tylosaurus belonged to the mosasaur family. It
I
dominated
knew
the
that.
shallow seas of
Typical.
North America about 85
North
to 80
America.
million
North
years
America
ago.
was
This
fucked
was
back
an
then, bro.
enormous predator, with the biggest representatives reaching 45 feet in length. It had
Yo,
a narrow
what the
hydrodynamic
fuck?
body with a blunt, powerful head that the animal used to
Just get
ram
bigger,
and
bro.
stun
You
its
went from
prey.
39
Its
to
body was
45,
equipped
bro.
with
What
agile
is this?
flippers and a long tail decorated with a maneuverable fin. The Tylosaurus was a carnivore, and its diet included not only fish, turtles, and small sharks, but also other mosasaurs, plesiosaurs, and flightless birds. 3.
Just
The
say everything, dog.
Shonisaurus. The Shonisaurus lived on our planet during the late Triassic period, approximately
Okay.
215 million years ago.
Oh,
The
that's
remains
okay.
of this creature were first discovered in Nevada in 1920,
In
not far
Nevada?
from the Shoshone Mountains. This prehistoric reptile resembled
That
a
means the
huge
whole
chubby
Earth is
dolphin.
full.
It was about 50 feet long and weighed
50
approximately
feet?
30 tons, which is more than the combined.
We went from 39 to
Yo.
45 to 50 feet and 30 tons.
Nah, bro, this was in Nevada.
In the
This was in Nevada. And y'all want to live in fucking Las Vegas, bro. Y'all want to be in Vegas?
I'm telling you, bro. Imagine there's like a hidden ocean underneath that land, and then that bitch is just chilling there, waiting for just a little bit hole to just jump out and just eat some shit near the coast.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. America was fucked.
Combined weight of 2 sperm whales.
Two
There's
sperm
an even
whales.
more fascinating fact about the Shoniosaurus.
That's just height.
Other
That's not
than
even
its
weight.
incredible size,
Oh, hell yeah.
this creature didn't have any teeth. Researchers
That big and you didn't have teeth. God
Nah,
just
he
hated
swallowed.
figured
He
out that
swallowed.
its babies had teeth when they were born, but they fell out as they matured. One theory suggests that Shonisauruses probably didn't need teeth
you.
due
Because
to
of
their
the
sheer
size.
size.
Yeah, I had a feeling. They just swallowed, like you said.
2. Mosasaurus.
Yeah, that big bitch. You saw it too.
The Mosasaurus is a truly gigantic predator that dominated the seas all over the world about 66
Which
million
one,
years
like,
ago.
number
According
4
to
was
fossil
related to this
evidence,
bitch.
some specimens could be more than 50 feet in length. This
the
fact
fuck out
makes
of
the
here.
Mosasaurus
Damn.
the biggest marine carnivore of its time. One of the most terrifying things
couldn't
about
get a
this
size.
creature
They
was
said
its
50 feet
crocodile-like
more.
head, decorated with literally
Crocodile
hundreds
head.
of razor-sharp teeth, neatly organized in 2 rows on both jaws. The thing is that it was pretty challenging for the Mosasaurus to grab its prey in the water. That's why it had all these teeth. Plus, something special, pterygoid teeth anchored to the bones on the roof of its mouth. This made hunting and holding onto its prey much easier. 1.
So fishing was my thing back then.
Shastasaurus.
What the fuck? Shastasaurus? You took a shat?
The Shastasaurus is the biggest marine reptile that has ever existed. These predators lived during the late Triassic period about 210 million
That
years
shit
ago.
ugly as hell.
These amazing giants could reach lengths of up to 69 feet and weighed more than
It just happened to be 69. Just so you can get fucked both ways. So. That's what it just said, bro. And then look at this.
70.
Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
75 tons in pounds.
Yeah, bro. Ain't nobody got time for this shit.
So 75 tons is 165,000 pounds.
Tons. This made the Shastasaurus as
Look
heavy
how big
as a
that
blue
human-
whale.
Look how big. And the blue word is just barely the size of his tail.
And if you could stand this creature up vertically, it'd be as tall as a 7-story building. Despite appearances, the
Goddamn.
Shastasaurus was actually pretty slim for its size.
That's Godzilla.
Its rib cage was only 6 feet across. Yeah, only. You'd think that this big guy was chowing down on other dinosaurs, but that's not the case at all.
Oh, he's a
This
vegan.
reptile survived on a diet that consisted of small fish and cephalopods, like octopuses and squid.
That was that fucking
Bro,
big.
what?
Giant sea creature impressed you most of all? Do you know of
None.
any other aquatic dinosaurs that we forgot to mention? Sound
Hell no. I don't want to know, bro.
Bro, 75
We're
ton, bro.
cooked.
75
cooked.
ton, bro. 75 fucking ton. What do you do with all that?
Nothing. There's nothing you can fucking do.
That's insane, bro. Like, I don't know what to say to that, bro. 75 ton, and then the other one's just like, oh yeah, I just chill on the beach when I'm bored in North America. like, bro.
That
That's
bitch
like
said
the
they
only
see
I
me
never wanna chill with.
rolling.
Like,
They said that bitch was like, they see me rolling. They hating. Can't
lakes
be me.
were bigger. All the 3 Great Lakes combined to help regulate the drought and dryness. Yeah, fuck all that shit, bro. Yeah, they can have the lakes, they got the oceans. Bitch, have Earth, bro. I live in the dark side of the moon. Fuck it. Fuck it. Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it.
You want to be with the aliens instead?
That's fine.
They're gonna mind
If
fuck
the aliens
you.
live in the moon, that means they're like smaller than the shits in Earth, because Earth is massively huge. So I'll take my risk with the aliens, bro. I'll throw a space rock at it and hope for the best. You know what I'm saying?
So you trying to get mind fucked by an alien?
I mean, I'd rather that than the 10-foot fucking teeth they have and shit and get fucking ass fucked by Megalosaurus Dongosaurus fucking teeth. Like, no, I pass, bro.
This man is lying to y'all. This man is lying to y'all. He wouldn't go to, this man would not go to the moon, chat. I'll tell you right now, chat. This man would not
over
fucking
that bullshit ocean.
I'll pay you 1.5 mil to go to the dark side of the moon.
If you had to pick that or the fucking ocean, oh yeah, I'm picking the moon. 10 out of 10. Fuck that.
California just had a massive lake 400 years ago before they diverted the river into the ocean. I don't know nothing about that. I
don't care about Cali, bro. Like, they can nuke Cali for all I care, bro. Cali's just terrible. Now you tell me it's an expensive state. They don't make sense with the government, and on top of that, they had all the tectonic plates, fire, fucking forests, and then you try and say they had like the biggest fucking like ocean for fucking sea creatures like that to live. Yeah, fuck Cali, bro. I don't see the point.
And apparently, they're also waiting for the biggest earthquake to happen because California's gonna separate.
Yeah, at that point, fuck Cali. Well, why are we keeping it, bro? Just give it to the fucking Japanese and shit. Let them take care of it for all I fucking care, bro. Like, fuck Cali. Like, at that point, bro, fuck that.
I'm not trying to become part of the Japanese. What the fuck?
All right, just move one state over. So it's somewhere in the middle. Huh? I was lost that one too. Cali's in Western side and Middle East is in the eastern side of the world. I don't know, but like, yeah, either way, bro. Fuck all that mess, bro. Y'all got me fucked up. Think I'll go that shit? Hell no. Hell no.
Mind you, like you said earlier, we know more about space than the fucking ocean. So imagine what else is hiding in the ocean.
Yeah, no, fuck all that, bro. Nope. It's like, I think I'd rather discover what's in the outside of space at this point than the fucking ocean, bro. Like, let's just say there's a creature bigger than anything that Earth ever had. At least it's billions of light years away. This shit's right next door. Like, I'm like literally like fucking 3 hours away from the ocean. Like I pass, bro. I pass. And
he said somewhere in the Middle East. It's also separating from the continents.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, y'all could do with the ocean where we got separate. Y'all gonna be like Australia, bro. Bro, that's what I believe. Like Antarctica has the fucking fishes frozen there. Everything, all the fishes in North America,
I do believe
they got frozen and they got moved to the south. Like pictures.
I believe that also that there's frozen fishes in Antarctica that we haven't discovered
pictures
yet.
of Antarctica dinosaurs? That was a second. No, hell no. Oh,
what the fuck is that?
Dinosaurs?
They lying, right?
Antarctica?
They lying, right?
Bro.
They lie.
What
That's not a
is
thing,
this,
right?
bro?
They lie. That's not a fucking actual thing.
Oh no, bro.
Pet moho? Pet moho?
This is a thing? Oh hell no, bro.
My name is Joe. Talk about cool dinosaurs from Antarctica, my experience in Antarctica, and this film all about the dinosaurs of Antarctica.
Join a new generation of scientists to uncover a hidden dinosaur story. Welcome to the dinosaur continent of Gondwana.
Why did they show me the dinosaur nutsack
of Antarctica?
Could you tell us why you actually went to Antarctica in the first place?
Yeah, so I went to Antarctica 11 years ago now, and that was to find evidence of dinosaurs that lived in the Cretaceous, the very end of the time of the dinosaurs, just as Gondwana, the supercontinent of the southern hemisphere, was breaking apart, and to test hypotheses about how dinosaurs moved and lived on Antarctica.
Awesome. All right, well, we have a few questions, things that we're just curious about.
Cool, well, let's get started. Where did you sleep in Antarctica? Well, as part of living in Antarctica, we were there for 17 days, so about 2.5 weeks or so. We were living on the coast, so it wasn't all icy. We didn't have to worry about ice. It was kind of rocks and mud and sand. And we got there and we set up these really cool wind-resistant tents. We buried them in.
So I'm gonna lie you. I'm trying to
got a
skip
cot,
to the
and
dinosaur.
they give you a
I
really
don't give a
great
fuck
view
how this motherfucker slept.
Think of a lot of rainbow rocks. is your
What did you eat and drink?
Neither.
Everything about the job. How
Neither.
cold it was.
Extinction.
Are there birds?
And when you're talking about Antarctica, you're talking about
Right. Hold on. Where's Tiny?
dinosaurs. Yep, that's right.
Oh,
well,
right there.
Of
What the fuck
course,
is
I
that?
think all paleontologists have a favorite dinosaur. A lot of them change, but I've come back to the favorite dinosaur I had when I was a kid, and that's a dinosaur called Torosaurus.
Oh,
and that's
you
because
don't know about that bitch.
I miss her. Could you guys tell what it was?
when we dug it up,
Oh, they found a dinosaur named Tiny.
well, we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl when we dug it up, but we thought it was originally a Triceratops, and then after getting it back to the lab and cleaning it up, we realized it was something else. And that was the relative Triceratops, Torosaurus.
Discover
Torosaurus?
a prehistoric kingdom of gone.
The next question, which is on a very bizarrely colored piece of paper here. Are birds dinosaurs? Yes or no? And that is an easy one. We've compiled over the last 60 years or so amazing evidence that shows that birds are the only group of dinosaurs that survived the major extinction. And when you're talking about Antarctica, you're talking about a place where some of the only marine dinosaurs are still alive today, and those are penguins. So dinosaurs that went back to the ocean are penguins.
How cool.
There's no way in hell a
Next
penguin is
one.
a fucking dinosaur, bro.
I mean, technically, the Komodo dragon is.
Give an interesting fact about dinosaurs that most people
And
don't know.
crocodiles.
Well, there are a lot of different topics in dinosaur paleontology that I think the public is familiar with.
And
T-Rex,
you said the
scavenger,
only one listed,
hunter.
another
Were
one.
dinosaurs cold-blooded or were they warm-blooded?
No, I'm just saying, I
think
know
one of
there's
the really
others.
cool
He
things
said
that's
that's the
come out
only
over the
one.
last 20 years or so is just how
Most lizards and
feathered
birds are.
dinosaurs are. So we think of dinosaurs and birds as being related now, but those feathers aren't just in the meat-eating dinosaurs. They are actually showing up in a lot of different groups of dinosaurs, and now we think feathers or feather-like structures were common across the different groups of dinosaurs. So imagine a Triceratops.
You said chickens
with
are very
feathers on
related
its
to
back.
dinosaurs.
Crazy,
too.
right?
That is very crazy. It's like giant lizards with feathers.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, it just doesn't make
it's
sense.
bizarre.
All right. Can we find fossils from Antarctica here at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science? Yes. So when I was there 11 years ago, I actually hadn't started the job here yet. I was still 3 months away from starting here. But I sent ahead one of the huge ammonites, the big coiled squid relatives. And we have a huge shell about this big of a giant ammonite down in our collections. That's the only fossil we have from Antarctica.
What are you expecting, twin?
Lucky enough to go on.
Antarctica.
What kind of animals lived in Antarctica? Any of the animals that are alive today? Well, all the animals that lived in Antarctica come from different time periods. When we're talking about the dinosaurs and fossils of Antarctica,
This is
so
a
about
bunch
the
of
very
bullshit.
first dinosaurs, so really small animals that later grew up to take over the world.
Yeah, what the fuck
in
is
the early
that?
Jurassic, there are dinosaurs like
turd.
this one. This one's called Cryolophosaurus over my shoulder. So bigger meat-eating dinosaurs with crazy crests. And then by the end of the time of the dinosaurs, you get long-necked sauropods and armored dinosaurs like you might find in other parts of the southern hemisphere.
Wow.
We have a very, very diverse array of different types and species of dinosaurs.
Something I was just
Go make some of these.
Discover a prehistory to the dinosaur.
Right. Well, for me, I really
Man,
love
this man
discovery.
ain't
I
showing
really love going to
shit,
remote
dog.
places. I work in
I
places
know,
like
bro.
Egypt
Like,
and
what the
Madagascar, and really, not just for my own personal research, it's so that we can all learn about the Earth's past.
We're almost there.
I'm gonna get this video real quick and don't worry, I got good reasons down.
Alright.
This probably got a bunch of dislikes. Shitty ass. Where's my damn song?
Did you just dislike it?
Yeah, I just gotta make sure he knows his shit sucks. I gotta make sure he knew.
Yo, this man just disliked the men's video, bro.
Gotta make sure, bro.
Directly over the South
This
Pole.
man said, "Fuck your video."
Antarctica was once part of the ancient supercontinent Gondwanaland, or just Gondwana.
What?
At the beginning of the following Triassic period was
Hey,
thin
yo,
on the
what is my
ground.
twin doing
Since
there?
the Great Dying,
What?
the few survivors found themselves
Oh, my twin,
due
he was
to
in the
lack of
picture.
competition.
Oh, you funny.
The fact that Lystrosaurus was so abundant
Is that me, you, and fucking Venom?
due to the lack of competition. The fact that Lystrosaurus was so abundant in Gondwana even helped
Hey, speak
as
for yourself.
ghost lineages.
That's me,
There
you
is
find for
also
last
a large,
donut.
poorly known reptile known from the Fremu Formation, which may
Not
be
that
a
one.
top
What the fuck is
predator,
that?
but it's too poorly understood to say conclusively. These have not been
that look like
named
DJ.
or described yet. There is also a presumed ornithischian dinosaur, the swinging
that's Lala's
predators,
big-ass
and
mouth.
nodosaurid, which lacked tail globes but had spikier armor. When Antarctopelta was described...
Oh, they don't got no big-ass shit. But yeah, nah, bro. Like, can you imagine they really try to bring back some of these bitches? The only reason why they don't is because they don't have the capability. Now,
Exactly. Because if they did, I'm pretty sure scientists would be on top of that shit right now. They would be fighting to who would be the first scientist to bring back dinosaurs. It would be a race, just like how it was a race towards the moon, bro. It would be a race for the scientists to bring back dinosaurs, bro.
Can I be a buck with you, bro?
Go ahead.
If they brought that shit back, I'll make sure they become fossils. I promise you, bro. I promise you, I'll make them into a fossil, bro.
Can I keep it a buck with you?
What's that?
You ain't gonna be able to get near them because they're gonna be in Area 51. That's where they're gonna be doing the experiment.
Listen, bro.
You ain't getting near them.
If I found out they even experiment, I promise you, bro. I'll get all my buddies in the military, you, Venom, everybody, bro. I swear we venture assembled to stop them fucking bullshits, bro. I'd rather deal with fucking guns, tanks, and all that shit before I deal with Megalosaurus, fucking Dicksaurus, or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, hell no, bro. Hell no.
You know what they would do if they bring those dinosaurs from the water? Honestly, we would make them into weapons. Like, we would be riding them with fucking machine guns on top of them,
So he said real life arc, ladies and gentlemen. Real life arc. Yeah, for real. Like he said, real life arc, bro.
Let's be honest. Why else would we want to bring a fucking 70-ton dinosaur with a long ass snake if we can't fucking ride it?
I mean, it depends what that neck could do, bro. Like I'm just saying, like, just tell me what that neck do, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that neck can do a lot, dog. It's strong, firm, sturdy.
I just don't like teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess you can't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like for real though, if they did some shit like that, bro, I'll host the first raid to Area 51. I'll be front line, ready to go, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, there's no way in hell while I'm still breathing on Earth, I'm gonna allow these fucks to bring back a fucking dinosaur. Hell no, bro. Hell no. I'll be damned.
What's up, Venom? What's up, Venom? What's up, Pop?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna throw Venom at them, bro. I'll be like, yo, Venom, catch, boy. Fetch. All right. I'm King.
Bro, no. If honestly, if they brought back dinosaurs, I don't think I bounced to Mars.
My man DJ said they were met with guns. Listen, yo, DJ, listen to me. Listen, I'll get all my boys from Texas, Chirac, New York. They're gonna see our guns if they ever say publicly we're gonna bring back the dinosaurs. If I find out they try to bring back the dinosaurs, man, I promise you the guns is like the least motherfucking worst.
I promise you, twin. They would be in Area 51. You wouldn't be near them. They would probably give it to you before you even get too near Area 51.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna figure out a way to stop dinosaurs. I promise you, bro. I'll be Metal Gear Solid in that motherfucker, bro. I swear to God, Hitman. Fuck out of here, bro. I'll be.
All right, look, this will be my next question. A silverback gorilla versus one of those big ass dinosaurs. Who got it?
What type of dumbass question, bro? Listen. Harambe, Karambe, Gorilla Hambe. I don't give a fuck. Dinosaurs in 5. Bro, you got me fucked up. You think I'm gonna pick any gorilla over a fucking that bitch, bro? If that bitch ain't King Kong, even then I still say King Kong getting beat by dinosaurs in 5, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. That shit.
Wait, DJ, 100 what though? 100 dinosaur.
100 gorillas versus a dinosaur. Dinosaurs in 5. Like Fuck out of here, bro. You say some dumb shit like that, bro. Hey, hell no way. 100% dinosaur. Like, bro, you better bring 100,000 fucking gorillas just to get a chance, bro. Definitely. Listen. You could say just a T-Rex, bro. Just remember that the T-Rex sounds like this. Actual, like, just remember, chat. A T-Rex sounds like this.
I grew up thinking a T-Rex.
Yo, that song gives me like that song gives me so like chills and like.
Imagine a night in a campfire, right? Thinking you just barely survived the day. You went against like some other dinosaurs that ain't the T-Rex, and all of a sudden you just hear just randomly.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm taking that spear, and you can imagine what else would happen.
Just imagine hearing that shit, bro. You're just chilling, trying to like make your fire like this and shit, struggling, and you just hear this shit.
Bro, imagine you're out right in the dark, and you're fucking moving the sticks back and forth to turn on that fire, and as soon as you turn on that fire, you look up, and what you do later?
I grew up thinking a T-Rex.
And then you just hear this shit.
Yo, fuck all of that. They don't pay me enough, and they don't pay us well enough to bring back T-Rex.
Oh no, bro. Oh no. I hear that shit, bro. We're cooked. We're the campfire. Like, we're the campfire. Yo, I really think about it, bro. Like, you know how we played like the games like Dark Souls and Elden Rings and shit like that? Like, our ancestors were literally playing Dark Souls in real life. Like, imagine you just like some caveman just going out in the woods and you don't know nothing about Earth. Like, your parents, first generation and all this shit, second, third generation, right? And you're like, bro, I'm hungry. Let me grab a berry. That berry, you don't know what the fuck that berry does. And you just see your sister, brother just eat that berry and just fucking die. Right in front of your face.
Nah, yeah. Look, DJ said, like, the Spinosaurus haunted T-Rex. No way, gorilla beating the.
He picked the Spinosaurus because that sword is gonna spin the block on that gorilla, bro. Like, I swear to God.
Hey, yo, chat. Listen, I'm optimistic. I got the gorillas.
Bro, can you imagine? But seriously though, imagine you're a caveman, right? And you're like, let me try to eat this fucking mushroom thing. And you don't know which one's poisonous or not. There's no science and shit. They didn't even know how to wipe their asses yet. And you had to figure out, like, oh, let me sleep on this cozy bush, poison ivy, die. Oh, let me try to eat this mushroom, die. Oh, let me eat this meat. Oh, die because it's not cooked. Because they don't know what cooking is yet or how to make a fucking fire. Then they learn how to make a fire. Then they're burning their asses. Like half of them. Your cousin Julio died because he tried to make his fire and his fire just burned his own asshole and shit. And they didn't know how water like takes away fires at the time period because they're fucking dumbass rocks. You know, fun fact. The dildo was made first before the fire. And the wheel. No. I'm so serious.
No, it was not, bro. No, it was not. Bro, this you're about to look. Yo, you do not have any business looking this shit up. How did the conversation get shifted to this?
Look. Was the dildo invented before the wheel? Yes, evidence shows suggests dildos were likely invented before the wheel. Archaeologists had discovered the dildo was made of siltstone, estimated about 30,000 years old. From the Paleolithic era, while invented in date of the wheel is not definitely known. It is generally believed that it emerged way later, about 3,500 to 4,000 years after the dildo. Caimans were going fuck themselves before they made a fucking contraction to help them move food. It was found in a German cave around 30,000 years ago.
Yo, stone is crazy. You're using a slit stone? You're using a slit stone. It's crazy. You sharpen your bitch before you use it?
I can't breathe.
Yo, a slit stone is crazy. Bro.
You want to hear something else? Yes, evidence suggests that the dildo existed before the fire was widely controlled in use.
It's not true.
The oldest dildo dated back 30,000 years ago, the German king that suggested the dildos was used to prepare the period, a time where humans were still learning how to control fire.
Yo.
Remember, so when you wonder why some people are really some horny ass freaks nowadays, remember our ancestors said, what's more important, wheels so we can move things around, fire to keep ourselves warm and use as weapons against animals, or a rock shaped like a fucking penis to fuck myself? They said the rock shaped like a penis to go fuck myself. That was the most important thing out of the three.
Yo, a slit stone.
I'm actually curious how that shit looked like. They said they found this one 30,000 years ago. The first ever.
Bro, I don't even want to look, bro. It's about to. Yo, what the?
Do you want to see the picture of the first ever dildo?
Yo.
I'm just gonna put the image of this, not the other stuff that it's showing.
Slit stone, bro. It's wild in the wild.
There's even pottery of this shit, by the way. This is the first ever dildo. There's paintings.
Yo.
And these were other ones that were found.
Yo, human beings are fucking interesting, dog. Oh, this is how you know our top priority is not fucking health, it's not life. We care about bringing dire wolves to the fucking earth. We care about bringing other shit to this world, but we mostly care about a fucking slit stone dildo.
I'm telling you, bro, you said there's no way. I remember I was watching some YouTube video. It said the 100 most interesting facts of all time. And it was like 10 minutes. And that was one of the facts. And I was like, there's no fucking way, bro. And I looked online after I saw that.
No, twin, there's no.
Yeah.
I get it that it looks like a dildo, but there's no motherfucking way a woman was shoving that shit up their fucking vagina. It's a motherfucking stone. It's not even gonna fucking feel smooth.
Oh, you hate this, bro.
Like, what? What's up?
The vibrator that we know today is made in 1734, but it was trying to be invented around 5,000 BC. The vibrator. It took 6,000 years to make the vibrator, but the thought was there in 5,000 BC. I wish I could.
Let's go, human beings. We try to discover other shit instead of important stuff.
Look, right here. It says the practice of massaging woman children is stimulating the orgasm treatment was the various problems said to be caused of sex deprivation. It began with the Hippocrates back in the 5th century BC, but it wasn't until Victorian era that the first ever vibrator was invented. One of the first models was called whatever the fuck that is in 1734, but they were trying to invent this shit in 5000 BC, bro. It took them 6,000 years. 6,000 years.
Bro.
Just so check and see, bro.
All I know is
5,000 BC by these group of people try to invent that shit. The vibrator was more important than fucking finding out how to stop the bubonic plague. Just remember that, Chief.
I don't need to remember this shit.
The first battery operated one, so the one in 1734 wasn't even the battery operated. I guess they just moved it like crazy. I don't know.
Yo, you're fucking lying.
The first battery operated one was 1899.
Yo, you're fucking lying, dog. Ain't no fucking way.
Bro, I have it right here, bro.
Yo, let me talk to y'all human beings. Let me talk to y'all human beings.
You got the camera.
Can we prioritize fucking life before anything? Y'all want to bring fucking dire wolves. Y'all want to bring other shits. Y'all care about fucking. Y'all care about fucking slits. No. Not invented dildo. They invented slit stone dildo, bro. And y'all worried about that shit. I think it's time to worry about life in general, okay? All right? Let's keep it a buck.
But sex is life. Literally, without sex, you wouldn't be here.
Man, fuck that shit for right now. Put that shit on pause.
Well, that's what they did. Fuck that shit right now.
Yes, man. Yo, this man, you stupid, dog.
You can't say I'm wrong.
He said that's what they did. They went and got their freak on.
Facts. So there was cave woman out there like, yo, my cave husband can't satisfy me. Took some fucking saber-tooth fucking teeth and start carving that fucking stone so that shit could satisfy her at night. Because she's like, bro, he's not cutting it. But he said this limestone dildo, perfecto. Chef is moi. Sensational. Absolute cinema.
And people ask themselves why we hate fucking certain sex toys, bro. Like y'all over here fucking preferring a sex toy over a fucking man's real dick.
Over a fire, my nigga. Over a fire, a warm fire at nighttime, back to the fucking 9,000 BC when they had no heaters, no AC. They say, should I heat myself at night, or should I take this stone dildo and stick it up my ass? They said stick it up my ass.
Yo, if that was me back then in the Stone Age, and I saw my cave woman pulling up a dildo, bro, and it was made out of a rock, I'll grab that shit. I'll chalk it to the fucking rock and let that shit break into pieces, dog.
No, you just got bashed in the head with it. There was no laws. You could beat your woman at that time period, bro.
Nah, I wouldn't even beat her, bro. There's no point.
They weren't sophisticated back then, bro. Rape was normal at that time, remember? Because they were animals, they said. They were no different from the chimpanzee gorillas, bro. Chimpanzees are probably more sophisticated, though. I'm not even exaggerating, bro.
That is wild. Ain't no way you just said that.
A rattlesnake? I don't know, bro. That shit kind of wild, though. Not going front, bro.
Bro. Nah, I'm sorry, but there's no way my cave woman will pull a fucking slit stone dildo in front of my face. and you start doing shit.
Yo, Chief, just imagine this scenario, right? Just imagine, you staying with me?
Yeah, I'm staying with you.
So imagine, right? You're at home, right? And then your woman said, we need food, right? Right?
Yeah,
So you go out to get some food, right? You're finding woolly mammoths, direwolves, saber-tooth tigers, and then probably just trying to find what berry doesn't fucking kill you, right?
Yeah.
While trying to get real meat and a bunch of fruits that you don't even know is poisons are good for you, right?
Okay.
And then you spend 6, 8, 12 hours of your day. Right when it started hitting afternoon, you said, let me get back to my beautiful cave wife and bring the food that I got for her and damn near risk my life every day for it, right?
Okay.
And then you just see her there, her legs spread out with a stone dildo.
Bro, it's on site. I'm sorry. It's on site.
You spend that whole day damn near risking your life.
It's on site, dog. At that point, hey, get the fire ready because we're having a funeral.
He said he's gonna do that cradle shit where he burned his wife and shit with a trace.
Get that shit ready. Get that shit on the go.
Bro, he just
y'all better kiss your mommy goodbye because after today is the last day y'all see your mommy.
Like you and Lala had some small little arguments here and there about some petty shit. Imagine that type of argument, bro. You come home and you're like, motherfucker, I spent my whole day with this fucking club. Beating lion at the lion, at the lion, at the elephant, and you go over here going fuck yourself. Like, can you imagine how mad that motherfucker
Bro, I'm
was?
telling you. Chat, I'm gonna tell you right now.
At the lion.
Don't get the government after my ass. This is just a joke, chat. But it's on site. I'm sorry. We're doing a funeral. We're doing everything. We're preparing the food just to celebrate.
I'm telling you, bro. That's just imagine risking your life day after day just to see that shit, bro. Just to see that,
bro. I couldn't. There's no possible. There's no fucking way that's true that a woman was fucking themselves with a fucking rock, a piece of rock that they found laying.
It's a hard to swallow pill or hard to swallow stone dildo, but it's true.
This is why they were dying. This is why they were dying back then.
They gained diseases from stone dildos, bro.
Bro, it was the berries, it was everything else, but especially the fucking dildos that they made out of stone that was killing them. They were cutting them own selves, bro.
It's a rough life out there, bro.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way that a dildo got invented before a fucking wheel.
Yep.
Like, let that shit sink in, chat.
Just think about it. They were literally going to fuck themselves rather than surviving.
Think about that, chat. A wheel that we need for cars, for wagons.
Right.
What else do we need a wheel for? Back then, to fucking sew and like do shit. To fucking let the water moving or whatever it was. A wheel, bro, that was important. To life. Nah, they said fuck all of that shit. It said, we don't need it.
Nope.
That's crazy.
They rather pick a stone dildo than fucking survive. I mean, in the defense, they were dumb. They didn't think of it yet. I mean, they thought about pleasuring themselves.
Yeah, but that's not no excuse. A wheel. Hey, how can we move our houses and shit that we got here to that ravine down the fucking mountain? Oh, I don't know, because I'm over here busy doing this shit. You figure it the fuck out.
And I'm coming home after like slaughtering fucking mammals off the ass, almost dying from every day in a fucking fight with no medicine, no fucking first aid kit, I come home.
No med kit, bro. No syringe, no nothing.
They get my wife fucking cleaned up the cave, and she's over there just going fuck herself, bro.
Yeah, that's
tough.
That's some wild nature for you.
That's tough, bro. That's tough.
That's crazy.
Just remember, folks.
That shit, man.
Just remember, folks.
Dildos have been around. Have been around as much as a fucking dinosaur has been.
Before the wheel, before fire, before common sense. That was priority.
What did he say?
We were just lustful beings. I mean, we still are today, so that don't surprise me.
I mean, yeah. We still. I mean, look at what exists nowadays because of the fucking slit stone.
I mean, yeah, it is bad out here. It's bad out here. But I think it's that time, Chief.
Oh, you good? You good?
So, I want to say thank you all for coming into this episode with us, episode 2.
Yes.
If y'all haven't known, we have a whole new Instagram page. We have a TikTok, same thing. So we have right here, right, the Big Back Twins right here. That's the TikTok page, TikTok/BigBackTwins right here for those that haven't followed, right? You have it right here if you want to join in and watch some of the clips that we're going to make down the line. We also have an Instagram too, right? Same thing as well. I'll put it as here as well for all those to see right there as well. And then we also have a Twitter page as well, or X now. And
we need to talk about that in one of the episodes. Twitter being X now.
Oh yeah, that's a whole conversation to be had. And then how it was bought. That's another conversation. Oh shit, they didn't even put the fucking page. I'm sorry about that.
Chat, we are trying to work on a link tree that is gonna have all the pages all together in one area, in one place, so that way you guys don't have to go around clicking, different just go different things. We're gonna have it in one area. Yeah, locations. My bad. I don't know. I'm fucking still thinking about that slit stone, bro. Anyways. Anyways, chat. We are like my twin said, we do have a YouTube channel that we're posting afterwards. If you guys are not here live during the moment, we have a YouTube channel where we put the whole episodes there. You guys can go watch it on your own time whenever you feel like going, guys. You guys don't forget to hit that follow, show the love, show the support. Anything is welcome. You guys being in the chat, saying hi, lurking, anything is appreciated. We appreciate you guys just stopping by, showing the love, and that's all I got.
In the New York hood fashion, right? Go fucking follow. Go fucking subscribe. Go fucking tell a friend to tell another friend to tell your favorite auntie about the boys. If you don't fucking support, you don't support the troops. You don't support fucking people from other countries that came here to make a life. You don't fucking support Hispanics and minorities. You don't like fucking puppies. Like, yo, twin, I'm about to get emotional, dog. I'm about to get emotional, dog. They pissing me off.
This man talking
and all that shit, bro. Like
this man talked about chat. Listen, all we care about is you guys being here, showing the love. Because if y'all don't, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all getting jumped. We got the CCM
we trying to make
Mafia,
money, bitch.
We. All I'm gonna say is we got the CCM Mafia. You heard? We like the Italianos. We move together. You heard?
Yo, and anybody that tell you they don't do this shit for the money too, they're fucking lying. Like,
they're lying to you.
I mean, end of the day, it is fun also too. But like, end of the day, come on, bro, you support the channel. You know what I'm saying? But
I just want to say one last thing. DJ, Venom, Queen Lala, I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all having our back. I appreciate y'all always being in chat, always giving people shout out, always doing the shout outs. Honestly,
Yeah.
without y'all, we wouldn't be the group that we are. We wouldn't be here doing this shit, out of fun, out of love, and to just blow up someday. So we appreciate y'all for being here.
Facts. But I think that was a beautiful sentiment. And I thank you for all those that came in and show love and support.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all been completely fantastic. Like I said again, y'all just like kept on showing us love. Or we're just two big bags just trying to make it out in the world. If we could even make it out the dinner table, that's another discussion to be had. But until then.
Wait. Don't end the twin. Last thing to say. Last PSA or whatever they call it. Last message of the day. We are going to be trying to be live, guys, on Wednesdays. After what time do we say, twin?
After 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then for me, it's gonna be 5:30.
5 p.m.
My bad.
Western, because we're 3 hour apart. So 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and expect us anytime after 8 Eastern Time and or after 5 Western Time.
Yes, and that's gonna be Wednesdays.
And then he gets off of his picking up his fiance. So at that time period, that's where you're gonna see us come out. So 5 West Coast, 8 East Coast. Sometime after that. It could vary 1 hour later than that.
And that's gonna be every Wednesdays and every Fridays, right?
Yep.
Every Fridays.
Yep. We're doing Mondays right now because 1, we're able to right now, and then 2, we gotta try to get Philly in this channel. We both got affiliates in our channel. We're trying to get Philly in this channel, chat. So
and if you guys haven't checked those channels out, make sure you guys go check it out. Because we are funny, we play as a group, we do everything as a group, and we try to do our own thing sometimes. But yes, that's the last message: is we'll be live Wednesdays and we'll be live Fridays, guys. So we'll see you this Friday coming up. We'll make sure to be live same time as today, I believe, or a little bit later on.
That's She's channel, everybody, and this is my channel. So show us some love, show us some support. We always play together too, so if you see me in my channel, most of the time Chief is going to be in my channel as well, and vice versa. So don't be a stranger. Come by, visit both of your boys. And enjoy the CCM family as well. Hey, DJ, do we have the fucking CCM family fucking Discord?
Yeah, can you make sure we pin it real quick before we leave?
For those that I don't know, we have a group called Cash Group Mafia, which is where we started from.
Yes.
I'm the CEO, of course. I created the Mafia, the Don Dada, the fucking one that will get the crowbar to break your ankles. You would disrespect the Don. This is one of my soldiers right here. Venom, one of my capos. Chief, one of my concierges as well, and underboss. And yeah, we got the whole family. And the Queen Lala, the only female soldier and a rank member we have right now. So we always want more diversity too. That always helps, just so we got different perspectives and ideas as well. So yeah. But that's all I gotta say.
And I believe Twin, and I believe our CCM Discord is public now, right? So you guys can
both our Discords
search it up.
Public. Yep. And now since we have a bunch of server boosts, thanks to Venom Ghost, and then I dropped some and Chief dropped some too, server boosts. We got to a point that now is also public, that we made it public, but it also should be seen in the algorithm too for the community. So you should be able to see it or just follow one of our links, which is in both our channels, and you should be able to join in the CCM Discord as well.
Yes. And thank you guys. Thank you. Man. Always appreciate you guys.
Till then, be fun, have fun, go to sleep safely. If you're
enjoy your Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, enjoy your Cinco de Mayo. Now it's the 6th in my area. And yeah, just don't do drugs and don't do any stupid shit. If you do, share with your boy RJ and Chief. And and definitely if it's food, drugs, like hell yeah.
Y'all gotta let us know.
And peace.
Take care. Take care, Dad.
Big bad.